right?
Fuck, I wish that was on there too,
Hey,
dude.
can you
There's
say
so much
fuck?
I wish was in there.
What the fuck is going on?
Wait, now we got What's going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast back once again, 2025, first episode of the year, 208, excuse me. We haven't done 2,000 of these things yet. Feels like it, though. I'm Anthony Strappany. What up? Back. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. All that great shit. I'm here with my resident homies. I got Casey Howard, Joe Horner with me. What up, dudes?
What up?
And I still hear an ad, I guess.
I hear Joe Rogan in the background.
It's definitely not my phone, but I think no. Actually, Farmer's Dog bought some sponsorship in our intro, dude.
Every dog's
Somebody.
I would
love it so much if it was Damien right now, dude, and it was just a dog ad in the background, and he didn't even know.
Okay, I got my pup right here.
I'll go through the mutes.
I can't believe we started out this episode with Joe Rogan.
It's gotta be Sasha, dude.
No. Damien, if you have any dogs, you gotta move. You shouldn't post them right now. Just to use the platform.
Yeah, I don't know how would I do that? I would just have to send it to you or something. But yeah, I got fucking a bunch of good dogs, man. So if anybody's looking for loving pit bulls, reach out to me, PM me and all that good stuff. I'll give you all the info, video you need.
I'm sorry, dude. I want to hold it together while you're saying that, but dude, I cannot believe that we are here.
Sorry, I'm going through muting everyone to see who it is. Are we getting hacked or something? This is the most bizarre.
I know what's going on.
It's got to be, dudes. Sasha's laughing too hard, dude. It's got to be him.
Yeah.
You motherfucker, dude. I knew it, dude.
No, I muted him though, and it's not. Watch, I'm muted.
Really?
Oh, it stopped.
No, it is.
No, I'm muted. He's still muted.
He can't even laugh because his mouth is full of hot dog, dude.
Wait, so if we all mute,
he
puts it in his name.
Just mute me because I'm gonna fucking probably talk over everyone by mistake.
That's how we do. That's the whole point of the show, dude. We've been doing it the whole time.
it was a Joel.
Your Gorgasm album.
All right. Now, wait. Is it playing again?
Dude.
What is happening,
dude? This
Does
is
anyone
insane.
have any extra tabs open? This is a trip, dude. We're getting attacked.
I have one tab open. It's definitely not me.
Aren't you guys supposed to troubleshoot this before we go on the air?
No, we went live and then it started, dude.
It started.
What's happening? Somebody's mic not working or what?
Dude, Joe Rogan's podcast is playing in somebody else's background right now.
But we've muted everyone and it keeps playing. Watch, I'll mute everyone right now. Let's see what happens. I'll mute everyone. What is going on?
You were the last one you muted. You motherfucker.
Who is
Who?
It's Joel.
No, it's not. I swear
Yes,
to
it
God.
is. As soon as you mute yourself.
Oh, does it do it?
Yeah, it's Joel.
No more Rogan, dude.
All right. Anyways, super professional here. We're just cruising right along.
All right.
So what's up,
Guys.
Gorgasm? Welcome to the show.
Yes, we're here with the full lineup of Gorgasm.
whole
What up,
band.
dudes? How you guys
Oh,
doing?
yeah, happy
I know
holidays.
Damien was already plugging his rescue shit. I want him to get it out again in case it wasn't heard well enough because of the Rogan.
Yeah, so I mean,
Cool.
anybody that's interested in adopting or fostering good dogs, definitely reach out to me, and I'll give you all the info and videos, whatever you need.
Chicago area.
specific-wise.
Let them know where.
Yeah, I'm in the northwest side of Chicago, like right on the border of Wisconsin.
So that's what you do, is just mainly deal local. There's no people that have
Yeah,
ever hit
pretty
you up
much.
from
Yeah,
across the
I
states
deal
or whatever.
I deal with the county I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which is Lake County, by the way. So,
Mhm.
anyways, but yeah, I'll make it as easy and painless as possible. And
As
yeah.
a rescuer, do you find yourself judging the people who are interested in taking the dogs? Do you
Oh,
judge them
absolutely. Yeah.
like a
Especially if
little
the dog's
extra?
been, yeah, especially if the dog's been with me for a long time. Obviously you get attached to them, and
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not just gonna give them out to anybody. Yeah. So I do a background check, and do follow-ups and all that good stuff. So yeah,
How do
yeah.
you deal with that, dude? Because I would have such a hard time getting attached to a dog and not and know that I'm eventually going to give it away and then go through the process of getting
It's
it at home.
it's
It's like
just yeah,
it's
it's
kind of
just
you're giving yourself like periodic, maybe obviously not, there's much heartbreak of losing a dog for that you've had for several years, but still it's a relationship that you built. Do you keep in touch with any of these people afterwards and see how they're
yeah,
doing?
dude. Fucking yeah. I mean, like I've been doing this for like 5 years now, and for an example, my first dog. Um, he was just trouble, man. Like nobody wanted to take him. Uh, um, he was a blue nose, and he just had like the demeanor, man. He didn't even like anybody like take a fucking picture of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but he was cool with me. Anyways, long story short, the dog was kennel stressed because he was with me for like I don't know 7 8 months easily. And I was putting him back once, and he like darted back, and he caught me in the face, and it wasn't like a full on bite, but I run a no kill shelter. I can't take him anywhere. I report it. His chances aren't going to be good, especially
Right.
to animal control officer. So I'm not going to do all that shit.
Right.
Anyways, again, to condense the story, he ended up with a single woman that lives alone, no kids, no family coming around, no other pets, and that was like the perfect environment for the dog. You know what I mean? But it took
Yeah.
that long to find that person. So it's a fucking challenge, dude. And yeah, to your point, you get attached to the dogs, but I have to kind of turn that switch off if it makes sense.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Obviously, I love them all, but uh, you know, it's still work. So,
No
Damien,
doubt, no doubt.
but yeah, I mean, otherwise, man, I'd be a fucking, a wreck. Not
Oh,
that I
I
am,
know, dude.
not,
That'd
but
be. Yeah, I guess you know how to mentally. You've been doing it for 5 years, so even
and
if you
then
did get
and then
there's a
I mean, I'll take a dog home for a couple days if I can foster him. If it gets along with my dog at home, but we just don't have the means to have more than what I got at home.
do you have
So
any, do you have any
yeah.
of the dogs over the years that you were like, maybe I want to keep this one?
Dude, yeah, actually, like recently, man, I had this dog named Blue. Um, Fucking dog was amazing. I actually brought him home. My wife fell in love with this dog. I fell in love with this dog, and it was just like a pretty sad story, as most are. The dog, I went to pick up the dog because they were gonna dump him, right? It was gonna be an owner dump. So instead of them just dumping the dog in on the street, I went over there. Dog came out wagging a tail, past the kids. Um, as soon as he seen me and as soon as he seen the squad and I'm fucking walking him, he like totally changed his demeanor. The dog shut down for like fucking 3 weeks. Didn't want to
Really?
like, didn't want to do shit. Like just shut down. And then one day, like, just like broke out of that shell and like, dude, like I could walk that dog with no leash. Just one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to keep him, man, but I just don't have the means here. Plus my landlord wouldn't have it. We barely got away with with the one we got.
What's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
so for pit
Yeah.
bulls and stuff? Isn't there like like a new name to call them because like so many properties were like going like, oh, pit bull, nope, not allowed.
Yeah,
They're calling something else.
everybody, you know, just everybody's calling them a mixed breed, right? You know,
Yeah,
everybody's dog is a mixed breed now, you know, because they don't want to be breed specific. So
yeah. They're the
yeah,
they're the
just
coolest dogs, dude. To me, I mean, they're to me like pit bulls are my probably if I had to pick a favorite as far as their personalities and stuff.
yeah.
They're just so like human like they react back to you. They have emotion. They're up and down. They're like probably sorry, I missed the beginning part because my phone started playing Joe Rogan all loud, and I thought you guys were playing it on me. And I pranked myself. And I'm like, I wasn't even listening to Joe Rogan anytime recently. But yeah, but that's they're just one of the most trippiest breeds because they're just known as like one. I mean, they can be trained. They're very powerful. So they can be trained.
Like Damien was saying, dude, they're a product of their environment, dude.
Yep.
So
They are,
like,
dude. They are.
They can be the sweetest animals as long as they just come up in the right environment, dude.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. Dude. And then honestly, like the demographic I work in, it's 90% fucking pit bulls, cane corsos, you know, like. Mm-hmm. Like the larger breeds, you know, we have every other breed in between, but that's pretty much what I have to deal with mostly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And for a lot of people, unfortunately, it's more like a status thing. You know, like look at my dog, and you can't even fucking handle your dog if something goes sour. You know. So it's fucked up.
Those cane corsos take care of like for like being a family and stuff. They take a protection over the kids, don't they? That's what I've known about them.
They were nanny dogs, dude. They were nanny dogs.
Yeah. They'll be like protect your family kind of dog. They're like there's someone that's like they take a liking to the kids and like, no,
they're
not
super dominant. They're super dominant. They're a super dominant breed. Yeah, they you know, they're a super dominant breed. You got to train them from a very young age. You know, that's what I recommend. You know, that way, you know, the dog's not like running the house. You know, but like it's not a liability. You know, you don't want a fucking liability. You know. But,
yeah, just like Canadian hockey players too. They're super dominant breed, dude.
Fucking.
It's not a lie, dude. These guys can take a.
Well, yeah. You know, you don't want to fucking. Problems, you know. Just I mean, all puppies are cute, and then fucking 1 year hits, and then you got a big ass fucking, you know, you got a fucking monster. You know? So
it's like with people like they go, I want a parrot, and then like they're like, actually, no, I don't. And then there's these like huge like bird conservator whatever shelters, whatever, because people just go like, thing's too loud, and they just want to return it. You know, and it's like, dude, that thing's like a fucking 80-year commitment.
It's talking too much.
It is. It's like a lifelong commitment, dude.
Yeah. You didn't evaluate that decision well enough.
They're like, oh, dude, they go see one at the like somewhere, and they're like, I need one of those. And it's like,
isn't it? It's fairly common for a parrot to outlive their owner, dude.
I'd want one of those fucking cockatoo fucking things from Fruit Loops. You know what I'm talking about?
Toucan?
Toucan Sam.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That beak is crazy.
He's fucking like chilling right here.
Yeah. Dude, I had a parrot when I was younger, dude. Those things were fucking rad. They like mimicked everything.
I never had a pet bird.
They can bite the shit out of you. I
heard they're super like they're pretty much like one person, man. Like
Toucan Sam would be heckling Joel with the fucking Joe Rogan voice.
Yeah.
He'd be like repeating everything you say. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I was all making fun of all you guys for like someone's like blasting Joe Rogan right now. What a dork! And it's just my phone just going on.
It's just you, yeah, dude, that's great.
It would definitely be saying no. I'm saying the most at Sasha's house, dude. That's fucking every day you'd wake up to that, dude.
I would kill the fucking bird myself, probably. Like, I'm like all mad. It's just like over my like, yo, I'm saying what's up?
I'm just trying to hang, dude.
Hot dogs, Morgan Freeman.
All right, so once again, real quick, Damien, just where do people hit you up for that?
Yeah. Fucking just reach out to me if you're interested in
social
adopting,
media,
fostering. Mainly like Messenger, Facebook Messenger. I'm not more. Other than that, I'm not like on any other platforms. But fucking.
It's a passion project.
I can use all the help that, not me, but they can use all the help they could get. And, I've had dogs with me for shit, going on 8 months. You know, a couple of them. So yeah, man, they need to go. They need to go. You know, they need to go.
That's crazy, bro.
So, yeah.
That's awesome of you to do that.
Not to mention the dogs that in between I turn around. You know, I get them back home or to a rescue. But like I said, my pit bull breeds, man, it's hard, man. Nobody wants to take them on. You know,
after the 5 years, how many dogs have you relocated?
Ben, I don't know. In the hundreds. Yeah.
That's
I'd say
awesome,
probably
dude.
like good 400. You know,
Nice.
I'd say something like that. Yeah. If I average everything out throughout the year.
Is it like when you're on the clock and you're doing patrol or whatever, you're looking around and you find stray dogs and you help them, or?
Yeah, I mean, most of the time I try to find out whose dog it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. First and foremost.
I scan them. That's like the first thing I do is scan them, see if they got a microchip. If not, you know, we put out the word. I'll put it out to my dispatch that, you know, I got this kind of dog. I found him here. If anybody's calling, you know, so yeah, I mean that's pretty much how we do it.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's crazy seeing those videos of people. I've seen, like, back in the day, it kind of fucked me up with those people just like getting caught dropping a bunch of animals, like throwing like dogs out in on the.
That's just fucking disgusting, dude.
I know.
I mean, yeah, I
driving
deal
away
with a lot of fucked up shit throughout the years. You guys probably don't want to even hear. But yeah, it's disgusting. Fucking humans are fucking filthy, dude. Just fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, the filthy ones that, you know, fantasize about having a dog, and then as soon as they have it, they realize they're not made to be a dog owner, and then they're just cowards after that. And they
fucking. Ironically, though, like when COVID hit, I think I was like a year into it. Fucking, I thought it was gonna be crazy, you know, because everybody I thought it was gonna be everybody dumping dogs, you know, but surprisingly, it wasn't that bad, you know.
Was it opposite? People needed can hang out with something.
Yeah. But I thought, like, you know, after you know, the lockdown and all that stuff.
Oh, you're right.
Over. Yeah. So
people would puss out.
Yeah. I'm sure it varied in different counties and different states, you know, but it wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be, fortunately, you know. But yeah, it's you know, it's a living, but you know, it's got its fucking definitely like heartache shit, you know, because you know, you get a lot of good dogs out back home and all that stuff, but there's all the in between, you know, that don't make it or you know, you know.
I keep having more questions every time, the more we talk about this. But do you have any dogs that you've relocated to closer family or friends that you get to, you know, go hang out with every now and then and be like,
oh yeah,
what up, dude? How you been?
Actually,
And they remember you and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my coworkers, you know, like a lot of the cops that I work with, they fucking adopted dogs for me. Actually, my boss, my chief, he adopted 3 dogs for me, and one of them just had a puppy, so he's got like 9 more.
Damn.
So he's got a like full house, dude. Yeah, he went from like, you know, no dogs to like 12 dogs. Like, just we like, you know, break each other's balls, you know. But it's but yeah. I mean, yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of coworkers that you know, adopted from me.
Now somebody else has got something playing in the background.
I think it's
don't want to cut in, but we should introduce Tom, the new drummer of Gorgasm.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea.
That's exactly where I was going with this. I wanted to introduce.
Playing in the background would be probably from my mic, because the guys next door to us started jamming.
You're in the studio.
It's all good.
I had a feeling he said he head to the studio, and I was like, I want to meet him for a second, see what, and it just goes away. I'm like, all right, he's in the studio.
Yeah,
that's right.
Does it mess it up?
No, you're good now.
It gets a little loud when maybe when you're not.
You might have to go in your car.
Hey, Damien, maybe go back to when you used to jam with Tom in the early 2000s.
Oh, shit.
But
So,
before
yeah.
we do that, let's also introduce John, because you guys are both new guests. We've had me and Sasha on before, but yeah, Tom and John, thank you so much for hanging out and giving us a full Gorgasm episode to kick off 2025. I'm stoked on that, dude. That's a solid start to the year, guys.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, 2025, man. Fucking, you got to come in hot, right?
Let's let's hear this story about how you guys hooked up and started jamming.
So shit, fucking gonna go back like to the late 90s, right? I'd say, well, originally that's when I seen Tom jamming with another band, another Chicago band that I mentioned to you guys earlier, Dissenter. And I always thought he was a fucking solid fucking drummer, you know, from the start. Anyways, you know, we're both Polish, dude. We always just fucking hang out and, you know, chill. I think we just, you know, jammed for fun a couple times. Yeah, drank vodka. Smoked copious amounts of weed, you know. You know, had a good time. But my point is, yeah, we always had good chemistry, man. We like just from fucking around, you know, throwing riffs at each other. And so yeah, we hooked back up in was it like 2005 or something like that, or 4? No, it was earlier. 2003, I think.
Either 2 or 3, yeah, because it was 6.
Yeah. No, I think it was around. I think it was around like 2004 or something like that.
Ian said, "Stay away from the vodka drinking with you nut jobs, dude."
Something like that, and then because like 2006 we did that promo, like so that. I know. Yeah.
What's up,
yeah, we did. But then we did a bunch of shows, like just a lot of fly dates as a 3-piece at the time. We still had the Paul Garcia, our bass player from Masticate. And yeah, we did a bunch of shows as a fucking 3-piece, you know, with Tomasz in the fold, and it was great. And then we just took a hiatus, man. Well, what it started was we parted ways with Paul mainly due to the fact that he wasn't able to leave the country at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we always had to get hired guns to do these fly dates, and man, for me personally, it was cool, but I didn't want to. It wasn't Gorgasm, you know what I mean?
Side note, did you have to do a young gun drummer for the tour that Murray did with you guys too, or
no? That was
me.
That was Tomasz, Murray,
yeah.
and yeah, and
shout out Murray in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, fucking
Murray.
Dude, and that shit was so much fucking fun. But it's like a blur, you know. So,
oh, let's click
yeah.
Me.
That's it. Fucking Murdoch.
We love you, Murdoch.
Is that picture of him playing with you guys? I thought
that
I saw some footage of Murray playing with you guys with the red shirt on.
Oh no, I think I know NRW for sure. There's some footage of that one.
From what I remember, we did the first Europe trip with our buddy Kevin on bass. Then it was Murray, and the third time was Mike from Origin. Mike Flores.
Yeah. Mike Flores.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Fuck yeah,
that's somebody I'd love to talk to too. I mean, I gotta get.
Yeah, we gotta get Mike.
I know, haven't even hit him up.
Mike.
Yeah. We just did a show with them. It was like a month and a half ago or so.
Nice. Yeah.
It's the most chill dude ever.
Yeah.
Mike,
Mike's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, and then sorry to interject, but speaking of Flores, dude, shout out to Flores at the time, because he was learning that shit on the spot. Like when we played Death Feast. I think we just did Death Feast, right, Tomasz?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
That one show. And yeah, we were like legit just fucking hammering fucking shit on somebody's some other band's tour bus just like before the gig, you know, trying to fucking cram. But yeah, we pulled it off, you know. But yeah, shout out.
It's always impressive when
Mike's
something like that
fucking
can happen,
a beast.
Yeah, he's definitely a beast. He's always been one of my favorite like bass players to watch because you're just watching him and you're like, dude, look at him keep up. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that he's bass players are laggers, but I'm just like, dude, everything's going so fast. Look at how fast this bass player's hands are moving as well. I don't know. I always would be like hypnotized by him.
Yeah.
John, you know, nothing against Tony not being in the band, but John he's using a pick, and the origins of Gorgasm, I didn't realize it, but the origins, Russ was using a pick. So just, you know, the pick cuts through a little differently. Like there's a lot of phenomenal finger players and we all love that, but there's something about the pick and with Gorgasm and tremolo and shit, and John's fucking a madman over there. He's fucking throwing the shit down.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I got to witness it firsthand in Texas, dude. Which, by the way, you guys murdered that fest, dude. You guys... I had I told you guys, I was grinning the whole time. It was hot dogs, bro. It was definitely Texas. I actually did have hot dogs there. That was the only food you could get at that.
Dude, likewise, man.
Oh, really?
Likewise, brother. Fucking you guys set, man, was fucking beyond.
Nah, dude, that was like a nice reinvigorating weekend for me, dude. Seeing the old homies come out and throw it down, Obi and Inherit throwing it down again, and
fuck yeah, dude.
You know, really showing us that OG Cali Death fucking crew can still come out and do it. You know, not you guys are way more active than we are, but I'm just saying, like, Severed being able to come out and Inherit, you know, doing the same thing, reunion for this thing. It was just a magical weekend for me, dude. It was
dude, you guys made me so nervous in the way you did it too, just with because there's a podcast, I think it was, you guys flew out there, had like a day to practice, as hadn't played together in like, you know, a decade or something like that.
I'll just lay it out real quick. We showed up before Gilbert, or no, we showed up
before Gilbert, right?
We showed up before Troy too. Troy actually missed his flight. He had to come in the next day. So the original plan was to have one more rehearsal. Troy being there that first morning when we woke up, so then we can go and get a rehearsal in. And then Gilbert flew in then later on that, I don't know if it was that day or the next day. I think
you guys rehearsed at the same spot we did.
Yeah. Did we even use the same room?
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys too.
Yeah, Leach brothers, Mike.
Mike Leach. Yeah, dude, super cool dudes, and had everything we needed to be able to get a jam in, and but yeah, I only rehearsed with Severed twice before we got up on stage. They rehearsed 3 times as a unit, and I skipped out on the last one the day of the show because I wanted to save my voice. But yeah, dude, it felt good. You know, everybody there, the energy was right.
Everybody enjoyed it, dude.
Being able to sell merch right next door to you guys with your massive amounts of merchandise, Severed Savior with like 2 T-shirts and some stickers. You know,
the guy below asking John Hall, he's sang in Desecrate the Faith. That's his band.
Yeah, Desecrate the Faith. That was our reunion show as well. That was our first show in years.
Oh yeah,
so sick, dude.
Yeah, awesome,
nice. Fuck yeah.
And everybody else killed it too.
Dude, it was just so much good shit.
It wasn't just us. There was just back to back, like fucking just heavy hitters. Clayton like. He did vocals for like 3 or 4 different bands that weekend.
Yeah.
It was the joke. That was the joke. He wasn't in the band.
Didn't you do like dripping and fucking
cerebral incubation?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got to get Clayton on too, and all these. There's tons of people we want to talk to in 2025, dude.
Yeah,
for sure. It was a great weekend. Like I said, I keep saying that, but it really was, dude. It was the first time not only being at a metal festival in general for me, but, you know, performing in it as well. And
dude,
getting some much needed time with the old homies, meeting new homies.
Plus it was a cool vibe, man. The venue was legit, dude. And like, you know what I mean? Like It
was pro, dude. It was
vibe,
a lot more pro than I was actually.
Yeah, so shout out to Miguel, man. Fucking
shout out to Miguel, dude.
That, I know he was fucking stressing if it's gonna be good, man. But yeah, dude, it was a fucking.
Texas is a good spot for
that.
hit,
dude. It was a good hit.
If you're gonna move it, like Texas is a good. I feel like it's a good spot to move it. I feel like that's solid.
We played after Wormed and before Devourment, so that's pretty big shoes to fill. Like, you know, we're confident with how we play, but I mean, you know, Wormed is a huge band for me, and I mean, you never want to play before Devourment, but you know, went well, I guess. So.
Nice. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Those are all super highly respected bands, including
you guys. You guys were staying in an Airbnb too. Your living. Your lodging was much more comfortable than Severed Saviors, dude.
Dude, it just made sense, man. Like, fucking John. Shout out to John
shout out to John over there, buddy. He's a gem.
Yeah, I mean, it would have.
Shout out to John,
man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He's over there.
He does all the shit we don't want to do. Thanks, John.
Man, it worked out, dude. It was like.
So what was it, like a 3-4 bedroom?
In a hotel, you know, with all of us.
3-bedroom.
Nice.
Had like a huge chill area.
3-bedroom, and then you had a big ass fucking like 2 couch, you know.
Did you guys do it right? You go to the grocery store.
And stayed with us, so he just had like a fucking air mattress and shit.
Yeah. They had air hockey. Fuck yeah.
That grocery store
hockey was fucking dope.
Yeah, they had air hockey.
I got it all serious about it.
Fucking darts.
I bet you did, dude.
They have pool table. They have a pool table too.
No real sports.
But they had a
fire pit.
A fire pit in the back. Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Huge ass yard. No, we're cool, man. Cool.
Did you guys eat out the whole time, or did you guys cook in the kitchen?
Just ate
fucking
fast
food.
Dude.
Fucking went to the grocery store. Just
sausage,
hot dogs every day.
Boiling up hot dogs every day.
No, Caputo is the fast food fucking connoisseur.
Yeah.
The 2 a.m. fucking eats.
Took you on a Texas tour.
Fast food connoisseur.
We found a sick a cafe, like a
fucking hot dog shake.
We ate there every morning, dude. It was called the Old West Cafe, dude. Walked there from our hotel every morning, dude. Great coffee, eating omelets, fucking. Trying to forget that we're in the top floor of a Motel 6 where everybody actually like lives there, you know.
Yeah, we went to a legit Mexican place. That's like the only time we ate out. I forgot. Like the first day. Yeah, it was good.
That pizza place next to the venue was pretty good too.
Which one was that? I don't think we hit
right outside the venue, like when you walked out, like 5 minutes to the left.
Oh yeah.
It was actually pretty good.
Parking lot.
Yeah. They had a little bit of everything there.
I wish I did spend more time at the actual fest because I did. I hit up Jordan. I felt bad. I wanted to catch Lust of Decay, but I couldn't get there in time due to just rehearsing and we had some technical difficulties getting shit together at the Leech spot. And then once we did, time got away. I still made it there that night, but I did miss Lust. But yeah, dude. Again. Fun stuff, dude. It made me excited about death metal again. Made me not only excited about my homies doing it, but seeing all these like newer bands and and all just all these other bands still out and fucking it's alive and kicking, dude, and it's kicking hard.
Dude, all those crazy
like fucking Tom
young
does.
The crazy young bands. Shout out to fucking what are their names? All like fucking Cali bands, like Desiccation, the Necrotic Infibulation, and then what was the fucking god damn it? I can't even think right now. I gotta look at my phone.
No, there are some of those places.
All the young Cali bands, man. All these young.
A lot of killer drummers.
Yeah,
definitely
leveling up with drums and shit. Yeah,
there was a California band, at least one California band.
Is it Virologist?
That's one of
Reef.
them. Yeah.
Reef, what up, dude? Shout out to Guttural Reef. He had a funny story on Instagram. He took a picture of me, Damien, and him because we were all wearing flip-flops. And he said, death metal flip flops are in full effect or some shit like that.
That's great. Where's that picture? Send that.
I should send. All right, I'm gonna snap. I'll snap it and then send it to you.
I wish I could share it right now. That sounds awesome.
It's on Reef's.
Did TVV play that shit? They didn't play that fest.
No, that would have fucking been so much fucking cherry on top of the cake, dude.
Yeah, well, why didn't they? They must have been somewhere else or something. Because that would have been a perfect band.
They're playing like in Alaska or something.
Yeah. Diego's like, dude, they've been all over. And he's been like, cephalotropy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah. The dude, they're like, every time I open my phone, I'm like, Diego's in like Indonesia somewhere, like, or fucking Asia. Like, just, I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This guy is just moving.
I told him.
To, the Cali Death, our text
told
message.
Diego to just swing by this podcast and he should just show up in a cloud of smoke.
Oh, dude, yeah.
He does it every now and then.
He's like, yeah, man, frequencies, man.
Ever since, no, we've still have yet to, I don't know if we actually pulled it off, but there was always a thing that we've wanted to do with Diego where he does come in a puff of smoke as like a wizard appearing.
Dude, we did it one time. We did it, dude.
Should have like a genie.
You did do it?
On.
Nice. We did it. Hell yeah.
There was one episode where I had him blow, and then like right as he like I like back when
he appeared in the smoke. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we did it like it was like early on.
Wasn't there like a wizard for president?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we have that.
Right. Yeah.
On our banners. Where is it?
Oh, dude, I'm saving. I'm putting this picture up.
Wiz.
Do you found it, Joel?
Try and figure out who. Wait, did you get it? Try and figure out whose foot is whose. That's the game we're gonna play right now.
Oh, just give me a second, dude. I'm not fucking. I'm not. What's his name?
It's about to be on WikiFeet right after this, dude.
Is there a WikiFeet?
Dude, watch.
Jamie, pull that up, Jamie.
I know. After my Joe Rogan fucking incident, dude, I have to be Jamie forever now, dude.
And you sat there like.
It just started playing,
who's
dude.
The fucking culprit, dude?
And I closed my Spotify on my computer and everything, and it just kept playing. I was like, okay, it's not me. So it just started playing. I have to change all my passwords, dude. Something's getting weird. Let's see. Anyways, keep talking, dude. I'm not fast.
What was that? I'm forgetting the name. Oh, Guttalax, dude. Guttalax was fun as fuck. Did you guys catch Guttalax?
Oh,
the guys in the white jumpsuits and goggles and shit.
With all the blow up toys bouncing around.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking. That was great, dude.
One of the best bands was Bestial. Fucking Mac. What do they call the German band?
Maximum Bestiality.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's going so hard with your name right there, dude. That's way hard. To me, honestly, that's like going harder than Gorgasm.
You're going through customs and you got to tell.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. And they're super nice guys, like easygoing, and they're like, yes, we're maximum bestiality.
We've all heard some fucked up names, dude.
The German accent too doesn't help. The German accent.
Go. Check it out, dude.
Oh, nice.
Tonight, Death Metal Flip Flops are taking over.
Fuck yeah,
Gorgasm official on Cali Death podcast. Show starts at 6. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Now, all right,
dude, that can very well be an ad. That can be an ad.
Foot is who, dude?
Sonoma footwear.
I know which one, dude. Because I
know.
So
Anthony's the far right.
I don't want to say it because I'll give it away, but I know why. I know why.
I'll say Reef's middle, and I'll say Damien's left.
Anybody else want to take a swing?
I think that's right.
I think Damien's in the middle.
I think Damien's in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Know, man.
Know what I'm saying?
No, dude. You're wrong. Joel got it, dude.
I got the most impressive looking foot right there.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say Damien's got some Neanderthal fucking toes, dude.
Total Neanderthal.
Look at the bottom corner.
As
you got the
Kyle would say.
promo. Sadicus promo with some feet, check out our EP, guys. Yeah, the past year we did an EP.
Make fun of me, man. Because
shout out Jag 616. You're right, dude. I do have hairy legs, and basically every other spot on my body is covered with the same kind of hair. And it's literally. I'd be not joking when I say it's over 80% of my body's covered in that hair. It's the fucking it's the Sicilian, and what's actually I was making a joke about fucking Damien, but I do have Neanderthal DNA, so it's like I'm basically ape, dude. I'm basically
Dude,
Sicilian.
one of my favorite things ever to do is like get drunk and like start like because I got a hairy ass too. And like it's happened with me and I think Anthony, me and Trevor, where we get pissed off at each other. Like, no, I got a fucking hairier ass than you. And my favorite was in the airport. I was like, me and my buddy Trevor were just pulling out ass hair, and just like at the check-in line at Southwest, like we're like we're A10 or something or B15 or whatever. And we're just ripping. We're all drunk, like ripping out ass hair, like comparing it. Like, no, dude,
how many?
Mine's
Yeah.
And then the next day we're like, dude,
can you see the density in that? Can you see the density in that?
We're all fighting over it, just pulling it out in front of like families and stuff. Like, dude, my ass hair is way longer than yours, dude. Check the
you're like maximum bestiality.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's such a crazy name, dude. Like, I mean, I understand it's like it's all fantasy.
Take it crazier and crazier.
But you're
Speaking of your guys' name, by the
animals, way, dude.
No, because we were when we started, Murray hit me up. It was like, "Hey, it's not on Twitch. Are you guys not doing Twitch?" And I was like, "We're doing Twitch." And then like I went and stole like the title needs to be changed, and I was like, "Why does it need to be changed?" I was like, "Oh, Gorgasm's like a problem." So I like put periods in between your guys' letters of your name. It's like, no, it's not good enough, and I had to just erase your guys' name, and so it says episode 208 on Twitch because they were like, no, that's not doesn't line up with our terms of service. Gorgasm.
It's a made up name.
I was like, what?
Oh wow!
I'm like, I know it's like not even a term.
It's not even a real word. You can't look it up in a
gasm. Because of orgasm. And what you should do is the SG dollar sign, bro. You should just go like slam.
I was trying to get. I can change it.
Well, I mean, like
Twitch, it's video games.
Just Gorgasm.
Gogurt, dude. Just put Gogurt.
I was like, what the fuck did you guys do on Twitch? Dude, wait, Gorgasm. Yeah.
Gorgurt.
No. Dude. It says orgasm. I've just noticed today that it says orgasm in your name. I just thought Gorgasm was like a cool like take on orgasm, but I didn't know the orgasm was fully in there still.
I don't think you fucking dumbass.
I don't even fucking smoke, dude.
Stuff.
Well, if you didn't always secretly listen to Joe Rogan in the background, maybe you'd go.
I think Joe Rogan has made you like mentally unable to fucking read, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
I guess
you're listening too much and not using your eyes enough, dude.
Dude, maybe being a shark.
So anyways, yeah, Tom jammed with Damien way back in 2003.
Nice, nice, dude. That's a good host.
No, we got sidetracked. You said there's a hiatus there, Damien, and then.
No, I think I left in like 2006 or something like that. Right after we recorded the 2-song promo thing.
Yeah.
And
okay.
2006 or 2007, I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was around 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, fucking, that was like a hiatus for me too, because I didn't do shit like as far as music between those years. To pretty much just work nonstop, and that's it, dude.
What got you back into it? What like sparked you again?
Dude, honestly, all credit goes to Kyle, dude. Fucking Kyle Chrisman. He reached out to me. Fucking yeah, we talked about it last episode. But,
that's right.
Yeah, just told me, hey man, let's just fucking jam. I can do blast beats, and we just went from there. You know, we went just from fun jamming, and then like everybody was just like, man, all your songs sound like Gorgasm, you know. So it was
nice,
kind of just a natural transition at the time, you know. But not that it was even planned out like anything like that, you know. So yeah,
taking that break is refreshing sometimes when you come back.
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, you know, I mean, like, yeah, I was just like those years, man. I was just uninspired to do anything, or just fucking not in a good state of mind, to be honest. And it just kind of pulled me out of the hole, dude. And I ended up going out there to jam, and then ended up moving out there and lived out there for a couple of years.
Oh yeah.
And so it was cool, you know. I mean, it worked out cool because it was like we had everybody there at the same spot, you know what I mean? Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah.
We fucking we jammed hardcore before that Defeated tour, and then I hit the road, and just fucking, it was awesome, man. I mean, the way things kind of just fucking fell into place, you know.
Yeah.
If that makes
Get
sense.
you back into it.
So,
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
100%.
I mean, I just been fucking fortunate, you know, to find good people and
Yeah, dude.
Good drummers, you know, good players, man. So
I feel the same way, dude. I mean, I'm lucky to have come across any of you guys, and let alone any of the musicians that I've played with in bands. It's just I'm blessed for sure, dude. And
yeah, I feel the same, dude. I feel the same.
I definitely
I can't say no.
And yeah, it's just great that you guys got it back going after that hiatus, dude. Because Gorgasm used to be, and still is, Bleeding Profusely and Masticate to Dominate. Those two records. I mean, I love all your stuff. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Those two records right there were at such a pivotal point, like it's such a sponge-like time of my life where I was just, absorbing everything underground technical death metal, and Gorgasm was my all-time top tier shit at that time when you guys played the Bloodletting with Severed. And I definitely have already said this on these other episodes, but to whoever hasn't seen or heard those episodes, I'll just say it again, that when you guys were on Bloodletting, you guys were literally my shit, dude. I'd listen to Bleeding Profusely every fucking day, and Masticate was one of those albums that I was just waiting every day until it finally came out, and was so happy to have it, and so excited and really stoked on the music that you guys had put out with that record too.
Which Bloodletting was that?
Thank you, Ben.
That was what year was that?
2003 was Masticate, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so
2001 would have been Bleeding.
So it was fucking
Bloodletting, like 2 or 3.
Bloodletting. Yeah,
that was Spawn, Paemia, Severed, and you guys.
Oh, that one,
right? That's where me and Anthony met.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Another thing we've definitely cited plenty of times on the show, but yes. Met Joel in person at that show, and you guys, that was the last show of the tour, so you guys were all super fucking polished as bands, and I got to watch you guys in the beginning of that tour and at the very end and see like what a whole tour can do to bands of your guys' caliber. And yeah, dude,
super it was sick like stuff. Well, that was like basically I think our second real tour, you know what I mean? Our first we did like a mini tour like before that in a van, and but beyond that, that was like our first time touring in a bus, you know what I mean, for one. And then and then just like, dude, the lineup was just fucking amazing, you know,
stacked.
So it was totally stacked, dude, and then just everybody was just such good players, man. Like every drummer in that fucking on that tour was just dynamic in its own way, you know. So it was cool.
Do you remember what order the bands played in? Because did you guys headline?
I do. Gorgasm headline.
No,
didn't you?
I can't remember. I can't remember if we did or Spawn.
I think you did. I think you guys might have switched back and forth, because I think
we
it was
might
Spawn.
have,
I think it was Spawn. Then you guys were the last band.
I can't remember, man. Maybe
Paemia.
Murray remembers.
I mean, I know a lot of people knew about Spawn, but I think if I'm not mistaken, my feeling was Gorgasm was more well known at that time.
Yeah, I can't remember.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so that's what I had a feeling of that, and that's that. Okay. Yeah, and then Paemia and Spawn, they had the same vocalist. Am I or somebody did double duty?
Not that.
No, I remember the guy with the dreads with Spawn.
Yeah, because Joel in Paemia, he played guitar and sang, so I don't think he would have done.
No, it was
Dennis
Spawn and Paemia. They share the same drummer. If I'm not mistaken.
Remember his other band?
No, because Dennis was on that tour.
Remember Arsebreed? You guys remember Arsebreed, the Paemia like kind of side? It was like basically like fucking
technical. Paemia mix.
Yeah.
That's where Robbie sang and Joel. They trade off vocals on it.
Yeah, it was like a one album thing, right? That was like a one done.
That's how Romain Golin came into the fold, is because he didn't do Munching the Rotten, but he was a live drummer, and then eventually they took him and did the second Disavowed album with Romaine.
Oh, okay.
So he came in through Arspreed, I believe, and then did Disavowed after.
I was
such a good name.
One of the coolest moments for me was meeting Joel and the Paimia guys the first day, and then giving him a Carnivorous shirt. You know, basically like, it'd be cool if you wore this out on the road. You know, and then the last show of the tour, he was wearing it, and I got the experience of watching Paimia play with Joel doing his guitar and vocals with a Carnivorous shirt on. Dude, I was just like, there's nothing fucking better for a 19, 20 or 21-year-old dude, however old we were at that time, trying to.
That was a sick tour, dude. That, like, now that I'm reflecting on it,
The sickest tour lineup ever, in my opinion. It's the sickest tour lineup ever.
And they were
I bought tickets the day they came out, thinking it was gonna sell out. I was like so in like not the know with death metal because I was like obsessed with Spawn, Gorgasm, Decrepit, all these bands and stuff in like 2002, and like. When they announced that tour, I bought tickets 6 months in advance, thinking like, I better get these quick, because like thinking that's like it's gonna be this huge event, like this like sold out like pop event.
And
I was like, this is gonna be fucking like Sepultura's coming. It's the same thing, dude. Fucking, and I was like,
it's no different, you know.
I know people are just buying tickets at the front, like it's underground, dude. Fucking calm the fuck down.
Did you wear your Roots, your Sepultura Roots shirt?
No, I had my Spawn of Possession sweatshirt that I ordered 3 months before that show. No, I ordered 3 months before that show, and it showed up the day of the show. And I was like, then I lost that sweatshirt, and that sucks. But I remember like it showing up the day of the show. Just like I ordered it like 3 or 4 months beforehand, and I was like, it was perfect timing. I was like, this is fucking, I don't know, predictable, or this is a inside job. Anyways,
I probably was wearing one of my 4 Gorgasm shirts that I bought the first day of the tour. I just dropped. I was like, "You guys are my favorite band. Here's all my money. Just give me all the t-shirts."
Even DK, Dan Kenny were there too. I was like,
that was when Dan got. That's when Dan got thrown into, because in the place in San Luis Obispo, it had those support beams.
I think I remember that.
And I don't know who it was, if it was one of our people or if it was just a random dude, but Dan grabbed his arm and started like spinning him around, and they got too close, and dude spun Dan right into that fucking pole, dude, like face first on the ground, dude, like definitely concussed, but we just went to the Deeds Ranch and continued to drink.
Let's jump in on we're at Tom meeting the band or something like that in the early 90s. I want to hear John too. I want to get everyone in because I know that Anthony,
sure,
you're not going to be here. I mean, probably going to be a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, we got some time still, dude, for sure. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
So ask a question,
John. So what's up? First, let's hear how you. Because I also want to hear Tom and John's backstories too. So once we get John's introduction to the band, then let's go back into some origin stories too.
So yeah, Damien and Tom met in the 90s, right? You're saying so, like jamming.
Yeah. I mean, we've known each other since early 90s. Yeah.
We basically
never
my
jammed.
old band and Gorgasm. We jammed like almost next door. I think we were like 2 or 3 rooms apart. Yeah. And so we're seeing each other basically every day. Yeah. And I think Damien, I think how we hooked up was you helped out on the guitar with the Center show or something like that. And we hooked up, we jammed together, and you offered me to do a show back then, and that's how it went.
Yeah.
I remember hearing the Dissenter name just
I definitely
from being affiliated, because that's, as a avid fan, we were looking for everything that would be related with anything that we loved, you know. There was some adjacent bands. What was it? Come Christ? Who from Gorgasm was in Come Christ?
Our old guitar player Tom Tangelos did some stuff with Come Christ. So he did.
And then
some
Incestuous,
guitar and vocals. Incestuous was our old original drummer Derek Hoffman.
So just like that's how I found all that information. Was like once you fall in love with a band, you find out who's in the bubble, who are members of the band and all that kind of shit. And Dissenter had crossed my path in that little dig.
Yeah, man. Fucking, just fucking worked out, Yes, and then here we are, 20 some years later, right?
Totally, dude. That's rad.
So it's crazy. But,
so John, when did you come into the mix? So you guys knew each other from, just the scene, but how did
we had
my
played
story
shows with John.
What?
I met Sasha like.
Yeah, go ahead. Go for it. We met in Vegas. There you go. Go for it, John. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met Sasha in Vegas. I don't even remember what year, but he had short hair. He was a dork.
Death Fest?
Really annoying Canadian guy. It was like 3 a.m. He's just like chopping my ear off. I was like, who the fuck is this guy, man? We just kind of kept a relationship for like years and years. And then I guess it was like 2021. Sasha had asked me to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. After Gorgasm
on tour. Yeah, he put us up in his house, and he wasn't gay. He didn't touch us. And we're like, okay, maybe you can join the band. Tony was in the band. We played Texas. Everything was cool. We knew him from before. He was a really nice guy. He just welcomed us into his house. Like, he was very kind, and we knew him, and we knew how his dedication to the music, and we can never replace Tony. That's what we always said. But when it came to finding a replacement, John was the only guy I can think of that not only played bass but did vocals. And the only other options outside of him were getting guitar players that sang already and getting them to bass. And it's like, well, fucking John plays already. And he's a huge Gorgasm fan. And, it's a leap of faith. A lot of guys didn't know him as much as I did. And it's been pretty smooth, and it's been a perfect fit. But
that's definitely part of that's the requirements of joining On Strings and Gorgasm is you also have to growl, dude, because you guys are the triple vocal threat, dude.
Yeah, we wanted that, again.
I think I think it was like 2020. Sasha had hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, you want to learn some Gorgasm songs?" Something was happening. Maybe I was going to fill in for something, or I don't even remember. So I learned a handful of songs, sent them to Sasha or whatever, and nothing really came of it. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was happening with the band at the time, but
well, I think we had difficulties just progressing as a band because we're so spread out, and so we had a few gaps that were really just difficult to get shit done. But
but then fast forward like a year later, Sasha's like, "Hey man, I hit you up before, but I'd like you to start learning some more Gorgasm stuff." So I learned fucking 13 songs, all the vocals, and then my first show with them was Chicago Domination 2022, and it was just crazy for me. Flew in, fucking went and practiced. Matt flew in, and we went to the studio and fucking jammed through all 13 songs, like just straight through them all.
2 days, right? 2 days to rehearse.
Where do you live, John?
I'm in Texas. I'm in Houston.
Oh shit. Okay. So Texas Fest, you're like, fuck yeah, all you got motherfuckers have to come to me now.
Yeah. I just drove up there, so it's like it's easy.
Oh yeah.
But, that's kind of history. The rest is history now. It's just it all kind of happened pretty quick for me.
Yeah.
Coming into Gorgasm, learning these songs was extremely difficult for me because it's just kind of how it is learning someone else's style really at first. And, Damien's riffs fucking out of control.
Shout out to John. His work ethic, like he showed up fucking not just bass, but all his vocals, he was ready. Any changes, he was ready. Any things he wanted to hash out, just dialed. And then even being in the band when it came to recording the EP, he had his shit recorded before all of us, pretty much. Like he was just very simple, just gets it done. And shout out to him to making that happen.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, no, getting to spend some time with you guys. You know, I love your vibe. You guys definitely seem like you guys get along as a unit. You guys are all really cool dudes. I had a pleasure, you know, being right next to you guys at the merch booth to be able to chat it up with you guys. And yeah, all you guys are awesome, dude.
Yeah, man, that's important. You know, finding the right guys, not only just musicians, but the personalities and, you know, getting along with your bandmates.
It's a big
these
plus,
guys,
dude.
like I would take a bullet for any of these fucking guys. You know?
Hell yeah.
Like these guys are just great guys, man.
Yeah. What's up?
Likewise, man.
It's crazy how well we get along. Like anytime we're hanging out, it's just I just feel very lucky. Just not just the music chemistry, but like, you know, Tom, you know, I've only had a few moments to meet him, you know, the first show we played, but you know, just like Damien, just very humble, very, you know, kind people. And, you know, John said it, if you can't get along with these people, like we've all played with all types of personalities over the years, but to have a few that you get along with, like you're doing better than most. I always say.
Yeah, it's like you were saying, you know, we're all blessed, man. So yeah, I mean, you know, we're you know, especially, you know, fuck, man, and you know, getting older, and I'm just trying to do this as long as I can, and now it's like finding these fucking people, you know, they're Sasha and John. Sasha is much younger than all of us, I think, right? You're still in your 30s.
36.
John, you're in your 40s, right? I think.
I'm still in my 30s till next month, bro.
So
hell yeah, dude.
Dude.
Hey, we just got here too. But me and Anthony just got here, so
dude, we just walked in the door, dude. But we'll be here waiting, dude. Very shortly.
It sucks. It's not very cool.
Cherish every second of it, dude.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is like it gets harder the older you get. You know what I mean? With time,
100%.
And, you know, with the responsibilities and all that shit. But yeah, fucking trying to do it full force.
Rest assured. So these two guys on either side of me, Tom and fucking Damien, they're in the same vicinity. They're a few minutes apart. They're jamming all the time, and the shit they're doing, man. Like,
dude.
You wouldn't think they're the ages they are. Like they're fucking, the shit they're doing is fucking insane. Dude. The new material is just fucking.
It's all about chemistry, man. Fucking, and yeah, me and Tom always had fucking good chemistry. You know, writing wise, like we kind of like just jam and we can read each other. You know, which is cool. As far as like writing and coming up with shit, you know, on the spot, you know, so pretty exciting, man. Like,
how many?
We already got 5 songs written, you know.
Oh, 5. Okay.
Nice.
So
Sick.
yeah. So we're working
That's
on
cool
the
when you have
one,
like
you know,
that good friendship and relationship jamming where you don't have to like you can cut through all the bullshit, not to be like, oh, I don't really like this, or you can just be like,
yeah. I mean, and yeah, exactly.
The other friends and stuff, and be like, all right, well, let's do something different right there. I don't know. It's like,
you know, like a lot of the newer age, the newer, like the younger cats now, they're so in tune with the computer stuff, and everything's written, and they can send files back and forth, which is great. But I'm old school. I like to be in the band, in a room, throwing riffs back and forth. You can just get shit done a lot quicker.
Just having a conversation.
It's just the way it works, you know.
You guys have been friends long enough and worked with each other long enough that you guys have your own language. You kind of know how to speak. You kind of know how you work, and you know, and that's a great thing to have, dude. Because sometimes there's so many times that the great ideas come out of just something like that, and you had no idea it was coming, and it's just the beautiful
like
seed.
What big band? It was like a big ass band. I forget. I was watching an interview with them, and they're like, what's the advice you give to like people like, you know, wanting to do this, blah blah, and like longevity, blah blah blah. They're like, it's all about communication. Just like don't shit on someone's like idea ever. Don't just be like whatever. Like it's because that's like people putting themselves on the line. They're going like, this is my riff, you know, like you don't want to be like, that sucks, or you know, like, or we're getting to the upper echelon of like, you know, your guys have to put out an album. It's like, don't just have like be like, let's either work on it, or they had like a system where like it's either all right, let's try it out in certain variables, doesn't work, toss it, and then we'll just work on the next thing kind of thing. Not like
it's hard to
drawn,
do as
like,
a young buck too, though. You know,
Yeah.
in our 20s, we had a bigger ego, and we let that kind of steer the ship a lot more than
100%.
how we look at it now, which is
you got to share the vision, you know.
We've experienced 100%. It not long enough to understand that it's a hive mentality situation. It's a little unit. It's 4 minds, 5 minds, however many people are in your band.
So
and what makes you guys you is all those minds working together, not, you know.
So how do you guys write? Like just a little more, you know, like how you write songs. Like
it's a process.
These guys are jamming all the time. But go ahead, Damien, take it away.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, like, as far as writing the EP, the reason it took so long was mainly due to the fact that logistics. You know, we're not in the room together. We're sending stuff back and forth, kind of thing, and it was just a really slow process. You know, I'm fucking beyond stoked of the outcome, but the fucking length of it was just, man, it's too long. You know.
Yeah,
but that's mainly due. I mean, I put that on me because I'm not savvy enough on the computer to do all that shit. I wish that's something I want to learn. You know, how to program drums and all that shit just for writing purposes.
Yeah,
you know, but
I think
now it's like different. You know,
I think you naturally lose the momentum too a little bit. Like because I do the computer stuff and I try to like, and I know, but I still just don't like get into it the same way as I did just like jamming 4 or 5 nights a week, like 3 hours.
There's a lot to be said for showing up for somebody. Like, I don't know, like on a personal level, if you have to do it just for yourself, you're gonna be like, you know, you'll find an excuse. But if you got that person across that you're like you rise to the occasion and you actually are motivated off each other, and you need that in a band.
It's the motivation, dude. You gotta kind of like, you gotta push each other, you know, not in an asshole way, but just like, man, hey man, you gotta share the same vision. Like when me and Tomasz hooked up again, first thing we talked about was like, hey man, if we're gonna fucking do this, we're gonna do this 100%. Because time can't be wasted, man. It's too valuable, man. We're getting older, dude. I don't want to spin my wheels, and neither does anybody else. So, you know, but to that point, you know, we're fortunate that we live close. We have a jam spot, you know, and it just we're able to get in there, you know, 2-3 times a week consistently, and we're getting shit done. You know, it feels good, dude. It's fucking exciting, you know. So every time we get together, man, we're excited. You know, it's fun.
That's what it's all about, dude.
That's like I was just thinking,
like a little kid, you know.
I miss jamming with my bros like that, like so much. Like I don't really, because I'm down south and those guys are up north, and like I'm always doing things on my own and stuff. And it's cool, but it's like I miss that, like showing up to like practice on a Thursday night and just, I'm gonna impress Joel with my drumming right now. Like I gotta fucking go fast. Like, Joel's here watching me.
Yeah.
There's something fun about that with your homies. Just like, dude, I got this. Like, but when you're just by yourself, it's hard to do.
Getting off work and hitting Highway 1 to go to see you guys in Santa Cruz was some of my favorite. I'd be so giddy, like, yes, dude, we're gonna go fucking jam.
There's a difference too. Just like right now, I have all my guitars and shit like right here, just so I can grab it and just jam if I want to. Like when there's like, when you have friends around that are coming over, like your buddies are coming over to jam, and it's like, all right, let's be prepared. Let's show them something cool. It's like, but like it kind of like breeds a level of laziness when you don't have that. You know, kind of like you don't have
somebody pushing you. You know,
I need to be pushed a little bit.
I think it comes out too in the sound of bands like Gorgasm, because to me, like growing up, like, I mean, I'm 42, so like when I got into death metal stuff, like for me around that time, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, like to me, Gorgasm was like one of the bands. Like it was just like, oh, Suffocation, Cryptopsy, Gorgasm, like it was just like one of the big bands to me. Oh yeah, dude.
We looked at it at the same tier,
and musically, it was like like holy like this is like the coolest. It was like, it was so good. Like, you know, and so like we have so much respect for Gorgasm going back 20 plus years, you know, and like what was my point? I don't remember. Oh, my point was that you guys still retain the like sounding like a like before all the digital age shit, and that's cool. It's its own thing, but like you guys retained that with just like this band jams. They fucking like Suffocation, Cryptopsy, like I just said, like all the same. It's like on the same page, and I feel like you guys keep doing that, and like a lot of bands keep that going, but it's like such a different approach when the bands are doing everything like completely crazy digital like this and that, and it's also sick in its own way. I'm not talking shit, but I'm just saying like it's refreshing. It's like, oh, Gorgasm's gonna play, oh, this is gonna fucking rule, you know, like. So that's
retaining your essence, dude, throughout a career that you guys have had.
Man. I mean that's just that's still just that vision that I've always had, you know. I guess,
but I'm trying still to showing it, progression too. That's the thing. You guys can continue doing the same album over and over again, but Gorgasm has this. That's really one of the things I love about certain bands, that they can not only retain the essence of what they have been from the beginning as a band, but still show a progression and striving for change and striving to stay unique, and you see that throughout how you guys been throughout your whole career, you know.
What's cool is the new material. It's just a new album. Like, it's still Gorgasm, but there's a few ideas that, I'm not saying it's brand new ideas, but like there's a lot of cool stuff, and it's still like it's fresh ideas, and a lot of that's these two guys working off each other, and just whatever, like the improv factor is such a thing that we can't stress enough, because they videotape every jam. They videotape just these random improv things, and now we're going through them, and those are like big chunks of songs now, and those are like spur of the moment, like this shit working off each other.
Dude.
Right? We're trying to get that going.
You just trim the fat off of it and you know, pick the good shit out of it. But you can come up with some cool stuff, man.
What's your theory on that, you guys? So when you're in a jam space, honestly, where you're just free jamming, are you catching it out of the air? Is it something that's already been there coming?
Pretty much like, either he'll start off with like a beat, or I'll start off with a riff. He'll just chime in, and we'll just keep progressing. You know what I mean? Like we'll do that change like fucking 10 different ways or whatever, and that will just spawn another idea, and we'll just keep going. You know, and some of it's like you know, and we're just like. But a lot of it's cool, man.
Do you guys record every jam?
I don't know. It's just been kind of working, man.
Tom was gonna say something.
Not like the whole session, you know. Just maybe like.
Tom was gonna go on.
Go for it, Tom. Go for it, Tom. What you have to say, buddy?
I think that our minds basically just work very much alike as far as music goes, and we feed off each other, like Damien said, you know. But he'll start out with a riff, you know, I'll come in, and all of a sudden it's like a progression of improv ideas for like 10, 15 minutes sometimes. And then we sit down and we basically chunk it all together. And it's like, then at the end of the process, we're like, wow, holy shit, you know?
Yeah.
So we feed off each other basically. And I think it's chemistry.
Totally.
Yeah, 100%.
Like I said, you guys have a language that you've developed with each other. You know, anybody who's in that moment you're speaking without words when you're jamming like that.
I want to add in. Tom has a lot of different styles he plays too. So like he'll do not just rudiments, but talk about it, Tom. What do you play outside of like Gorgasm? Because you apply this to the band in some ways.
After Gorgasm, you know, after I left Gorgasm, I had to take a break from the music to get my personal life in order and get my business going. Family, kids came at that time. So, but when I came back, I did a bunch of different kinds of music, basically from jazz, pop, fusion to you name it, and
You're really good at Hooba Snake?
Sometimes we just, kick into like an weird non-metal style and make it work. And I don't know. I just try to, incorporate different things, not just the blast beats or super fast double bass. Yeah, I mean, of course it's there, but, mix it up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diversity is key, dude.
Yeah. Thomas definitely got a style of his own, as far as like to my liking. I mean, I like the little intricacies he does.
Yeah, you play
quick,
dude.
jazzy. I mean, really quick, great cymbal work. Fucking feet are just phenomenal. Yeah.
Does he downpick the drums? He only downpick the drums only.
So, dude, you're joking about it, dude. You should see a video. If you ever get up close and see him jamming, his fucking blasting hand. Would that be your right or your left? One of his hands is fucking. It's insane. Like, I remember first time like we were jamming out, and it was just fucking insane how intense it was. Hard hitting, dude. Like,
isn't it crazy how when you guys hit the down picks and he's blasting, that all you guys are just jerking your right hand at the same rhythm together?
Dude, you know what that is? It's called the pocket.
What's so funny?
All y'all got your hands in your pocket way too much.
I'm gonna add something to the Thomas thing. Last year in February, we released Sadicus, the EP, and at the time, Matt was. Shout out to Matt, of course, Matt Kilner.
Matt Kilner, baby.
Shout out, hell yeah,
the bird,
hot dogs.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Is there a hot dog gang that we need to be a part of, dude?
Matt started the hot dog thing, but go ahead, John. You keep going.
He was, he was getting real busy with Vitriol, and shit was getting serious with them, and he wanted to tour full time, and also us, we wanted to do shit too, not it was like, we're at a point where it's like, hey, Matt, can you do this? Being a year away. And he's like, I don't know, so we were kind of like, well, I think we should probably move on. Mm-hmm. But, at that point, it's like, okay, Matt's out, but it's like, who's going to be the fucking drummer for Gorgasm? You know what I mean? It's like, who's going to be the right guy, and then, Damien's, he's having second thoughts, because, being spaced out with some other drummer and having to rely on that shit. And then one day he's just like, well, what about Sears, And I was like, who the fuck's Sears? And he's like, oh, he's our old drummer from Gorgasm, Tom. I was like, oh, Tom. And it just, man, it was meant to be, in my opinion, with Tom. And, Tom will tell you, even when Damien approached him, he was like, fuck, dude, I don't know if I can play that shit anymore. Something he had to work up to. But, I've even been told, even by ex-Gorgasm members that came to the last few shows we played this past year, they were like, Tom's the guy. Like,
I was just going to make a comment, dude. That kind of blows my mind with, being able to see you live with the band Tom, and also you, John. You did a fucking phenomenal job. All you guys were great. But I would have not known that you were a drummer that was having a hard time with the material in the beginning, because you execute flawlessly, dude. It was
it was a speed thing, right, Tom? It was just working up back to that.
Well, thank you. But at the beginning, when Damien approached me, when was it, like 8-9 months ago or something like that? We hooked up to jam, just to have a good time. We haven't seen each other in a while, and we're like, let's jam. And he caught me off guard with the offer. He's like, hey. And at that time, I was still playing some metal, but I was not in the shape that I'm in right now. And it's because Damien pushed me, He's like, I even told him at the beginning, dude, you probably believe in this more than I do, because I'm like, I got it, but then, it just, I am where I am, we are where we are. And I think it's going to be some crazy ass material that we're going to put out together. So nice. I'm very glad that Damien did push me, because
it may have started. It may have started with Damien. I was gonna say it may have started with Damien believing in you more, but the way that you play now, dude, I definitely think you passed him up. I know you know how good you are, dude. So I get to watch your videos every day, or almost every day. You post plenty of content. If you haven't, go follow Tom on social media. You'll see what we're talking about here all the time.
Yeah, no, we're fucking fortunate, dude. Things fell into place, just right time, right people, man, and fucking new materials coming along. So yeah, couldn't be more happy.
Oh yeah.
There's a random thing I wanted to bring up about Tom when we were mentioning about 2003 is with the promo he did, the only 2 songs. Kyle was saying numerous times over the years that was some of the hardest shit for him to do, was to play Tom stuff. And then now Kyle saw Tom playing Kyle stuff live. So it's like, it's a real full circle.
Totally.
That's cool.
Because Kyle, I mean, he's like still part of the band, even though like he can't be in the band because of logistics and stuff. But like, he's been the biggest Gorgasm fan and always been the biggest supporter.
It's a family dynamic, dude.
Yeah,
He did lyrics. He did lyrics for the EP. He's gonna do more lyrics. Tony, like, there's still like the passion's still there. But I just wanted to bring out a cool point that Tom never thought he'd be in the band, kind of where he is now, and now he's playing shit that Kyle did, and then on the flip side, Kyle had to learn his stuff, 10, 12 years ago. So it's a really cool, like full circle moment for those guys.
And honorable mention to Kyle and Tony, because they're still helping us out. I mean, they helped us write lyrics for the EP.
Yeah.
And, they'll still continue. Tony's still down to help us write lyrics and shit. So
none of us would be here without them. They brought Gorgasm back. They're the coolest fucking dudes. Like, we can't stress that enough. And
how cool is that? It's like, not when I was talking about retaining an essence, but not only like in the music, but you guys keep retaining the essence and who's been involved in the thing already. Kind of keep their energies around, because it's a whole thing that you guys have been building up all over these years. It's like,
yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Sasha brought it up. A good point. It's like a family atmosphere,
mm-hmm.
And it feels good to have those guys still a part of it,
Totally.
So it's not like it's just cutting ties. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, it's cool.
That's like Archaic and Chance. Chance, he left as the guitar player a while ago, but he's still involved in every album ever since he's left, lyrically or with soundscape stuff, and, yeah.
It's a death metal symphony, dude. It's like all these writers back and original, dude. I mean, I think that's fucking great. Like, why not do that shit?
Yeah, it's
Tony and Kyle, they'll be completely honest with us too. If the shit sucks, they'll tell us it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Cool. They're also like,
especially Tony. He's got the fucking funniest, like, no filter, like what everyone's thinking. He just says it, and then he looks at you like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I just said that," like right to your face. So,
every time he comes to a show, he's always just front row, staring right at me. He's like, "Don't fuck it
up." Damn.
Yeah, well, that's also, I guess that's a cool relationship to have too. It always keeps you on your toes,
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing. I mean, if this makes any sense, but it's one thing to gain, have your fans like your shit and all that shit, which is awesome. But like your ex members, if they respect it, then you're like, okay, it's cool.
All right, yeah.
It's like I can rest easy,
Yeah.
So
totally.
yeah.
That is funny how it is. It's totally right, dude. It is for the fans, obviously, after we put it out there. But before we put it out there is a group of people that we kind of, it's our
self-satisfaction kind of thing.
Research and development team, we have certain people that we watch for their reaction with it,
The cooks.
Base their judgment on that,
Yeah.
I've been totally potting for like the last 30 minutes on mute, like I'm like, yeah, dude, totally, fuck yeah. But like,
What the fuck,
shit,
for real, dude?
And you guys started laughing, and I was like, dude, I'm fucking crushing it, dude. They're laughing right now.
We're like not laughing at you. Yeah, we're just laughing at.
I'm just like,
Dude, I gotta give Joel the best the best comeback award for 2025 with this episode, dude. How he's coming back so ready, dude. Yeah. So
no, my job's been insane lately, so I've just been like,
I know.
Ran in here and just like fucking was like, all right, dude, with the talking and stuff, it's fine.
Nobody's mad, dude. But that's just funny how it is like all you tonight.
I'm just making shit up, dude. But no, that is like a big deal though, as far as like, you know, bands and stuff. Like, you know, there's especially bands that have been going for a long time, having other members come in and stuff like that. Like we've, you know, there's been bands that I could mention, but I won't. But like of that have gone through 50 members that, you know, and I know a lot of them, and they just like have nothing but bad things to say about the main guy or something like that.
Sign, yeah.
And like, but like finding out like when there's like ex-band members that have nothing but good things to say, it's like, yeah, that's a good business, you know. It's business / to keep, it's a business as in to keep like the band going. It's like you don't have like a one person that's like, this is all me, fuck you guys, blah blah. You have like an actual fucking cohesive element that's like being asked for, not like us. I want these kids to play my music, you know, which I've seen 1,000 bands that do that. You know,
I gotta hear that. Wait, real quick,
that would never work for me.
I gotta hear the comment that you made that you thought we laughed at, dude. You thought we laughed at something you said, dude. I just want to hear what you said, dude.
I forgot. I have no idea.
It so funny,
it wasn't that funny, but I was like, damn, that shit hit. But
oh man, I guess that's where I fucked up this starting off the New Year's. I didn't do any fucking plugs in the beginning, dude. We plugged
you don't do plugs anymore.
Rescue. Oh yeah,
we're gonna do coffee. Gorgasm coffee's around the corner. We're not gonna say much about it, but if you know anybody that has really good coffee beans that wants our name on it, just reach out to us. We need to put
Battleforge Coffee, dude. That's a perfect time for us.
StarbucksCoffee.com. Starbucks.com wants your name on there.
No, dude. Starbucks, dude. No.
Joel, get us in touch with fucking Jacoby or whatever.
Yeah.
For sure. Is that who does the Battleforge?
I'll text Mike for you right now on the show.
It's Mike. Gorgasm Coffee.
BattleforgeCoffee.com. Who we're talking about is Battleforge Coffee, guys. This is
we got so many good names to choose from. We just can't make up our minds.
Oh, dude,
we're not gonna tell
make up. Just throw up a couple out there. Throw a couple.
Let's do it,
dude. Shout out to Jasmine for doing the fucking corpse clean soap. And y'all haters, you haven't seen this shit. It's fucking the nicest soap I've ever seen.
Dude, if you don't have haters, then you're not doing it right, dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying,
John.
What's that, Tom?
You know what I'm saying?
How does it smell? What's it smell like? The soap, actually.
It smells good, dude. I don't know. I don't remember the exact.
There's clove in it. I remember reading the side. There's clove. It's real soap. It's actual soap.
We've released 2 soaps now. We did one for bleeding. It was called Bubbling Profusely.
Bubbling Profusely.
Awesome.
You could do like
one for Massacate.
Okay, here's my opening to the thing that we're gonna be doing right now. It's not the greatest, but Stab Wound Inner Coarse Grind Coffee. Come on. All right, it's not as good, but I'm starting it off with that.
He was talking about the soap though, because
there's real soap out there. How do we get the soap?
I want to hear.
It's sold out now. It's sold out in
40. Dude,
we're gonna do another batch. Hey Joel, we're gonna do another batch going into the new year. Eventually, we just need some time to get through the holidays, but we'll let you know. We're gonna do another corpse clean, and then eventually we'll do one per album. And then we'll be on to coffee. It'll just be coffee.
And then we'll be in Bath and Beyond.
Yeah. Dude. All right, number 2 for me. Number 2 for me.
I've been sharing the stories all week, bro.
Thanks for doing that, Tasty. You're the real. You're the real MVP.
Dude,
I haven't been doing social media lately.
Yeah, so
go to the left and click on the Christmas tree. Okay.
Shit. Anyways, you guys are all yelling.
We're gonna do
fucking super confused about it. They're like, "What the fuck, soap?" And I'm just like,
"Soap, yeah."
You guys gotta do ball soap, like ball soap, dude. Because like ball soap's like when you get in your 40s.
Yeah. You can put
in
it
your 40s though, ball soap's a big deal. Like
Dude,
I have to buy a specific ball lotion now.
Are you serious? You have specific soap for your balls?
Yeah, you don't want to itch your like my balls. Sometimes my balls get itchy, dude. It's like a 40-year-old problem. You're on your way, dude. It's coming. I'm just letting you know.
I'm already
way. The itch is coming.
After you do your murders, you're gonna need to clean your shit up, dude.
I'm like John. No, John's about to turn 40. I'm just letting him know his ball itching is coming, and you need to get the right ball soap. Well, it's the thing.
This is over. I'll go tell my wife she needs to start working on ball soap.
Hey, coffee pitch number two. Lacerated caffeination, dude.
There you go.
That's not bad. Hey, you're gonna get zero. You're getting no check from this. Whatever you contribute, we're stealing
$3,
and it's going into our pockets.
What about beaning
profusely? Keep going.
Beaning profusely.
That's not bad. My problem is I kept thinking about poop. I was like coprophiliac beans, but like it'll make you poop. You know, that's
what's the one where the animal shits out the beans? What is that one called?
That's that Indonesian coffee, dude. I had that. I bought that from my dad back in the day.
Whoa, dude.
That's where we can get some of those beans. Yeah, we gotta get the fucking monkey shit beans. That's the next level
shit beans.
Profit margins.
What's it like, dude? Damien, what's it like?
Bean.
He started hallucinating.
There's like a whole process of like how you make it, man. I couldn't tell you the specifics. My dad had like the whole concoction of how you make it. But yeah, I mean, it was good, man. It was really, really fucking strong.
Wow, I bet.
Yeah, it was probably like the equivalent of doing like 10 espressos in one little shot.
Jesus. Through the shit. So once it gets shit out, it's stronger.
I think so. I think the way it ferments or whatnot. Yeah.
I can ferment it. Yeah. You get like drunk kind of a little bit. Yeah, that's interesting. I've always seen those are very expensive beans too.
They're very expensive here. But over there, dude, I was like, we were at some hotel and I was like, dude, there's that fucking coffee. And I'm like, I picked up a couple packs for like $20. I think like 5 packs. Here it was like, they're fucking expensive.
Percolate to dominate. Percolate to dominate.
There you go.
Wow.
Or masticate to percolate, dude.
Ian said blending
to percolate.
Blending profusely.
Yeah, masticate to percolate's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm having fun with this, guys. I'm having fun with this.
Of course, the stoner.
We got rated by
someone. Podcast has a good idea.
You guys are talking about whatever you're talking about. I'm just over here looking at song names, trying to fucking come up with more shit.
Let's look at the
someone sent us some tips, but
masticate to percolate's pretty hard to top
right now. That's a good one, actually. Yeah, I like that.
Or massacre. Fuck yeah. Sorry, I think we got someone sent a bunch of people sent some people to us.
Oh, shout out!
I think it's Gore Massacre. I think that's what Ian's usually on it. So okay, there it is.
What about lesbian stool coffee? just for the name, people just see it. It just says lesbian stool. Like imagine like fucking adults seeing that shit, be like, wow.
Dude, Sasha just wants shit in there so bad. He wants like turds and shit.
Dude. He does.
No, that's my morning. I have a coffee and use the toilet.
You're not wrong, dude. It is.
You get it out of the way, so you don't have to. So you're not stuck on the highway having to take a shit.
It is a symbiotic experience.
Oh my god, that's amazing, dude. Keep them coming, Sasha. It's red.
No,
dripping with defecation.
Lesbian stool coffee. No,
I don't know why that's the funniest one to me. Holy shit. God damn.
Anyways, so John and Tom have been great additions to the band. Thanks for being in the band, guys.
Thanks for having
And we
us.
could like have Sasha come back on and like get us back in line when we get like super deep in the weeds. Sasha just goes like, yeah, so Tom and yeah,
the reason the hot dog joke is because Matt's so hard to get a hold of because he does crazy shifts and work. And one time I called him, like video chatted, and it's like 1 a.m. on like a Thursday night or Friday night. I'm like, oh yeah, what are you doing? He's like, oh, just making a wiener. And I'm like, what? And he pointed down at the pan, and there's just a single hot dog in a pan. And I'm like, dude, did you put any salt and pepper on that? He's like, no, dude. I'm like, okay, you just fucking throw a hot dog in a pan at 1:30 in the morning. So ever since then, and on the road, he's better now, but he used to eat all the shit at 7-Elevens that no one else touches, like all those little pieces of meat and like dog food.
The roll around, fucking.
So he became the hot dog guy. So we would always joke about hot dogs, and now our band chats all hot dog emojis and
nice.
people with hot dogs thrown at their faces. And
the Gorgasm ones, hot dogs, our food items, bananas, dude. Bananas have been a part of Odious's fucking history. Has always involved bananas, dude.
Just dick-shaped foods in general.
It is, dude.
It's all wieners. Dude.
They're all phallic symbols.
Obstacles, dude.
Popsicle.
Like, what's the,
it is though. It is funny, dude. It's funny how that all works out like that.
I mean, it's funny to be, like how I always am in my head, just like kind of dumb teenagers in our brains. It's funny, like with your friends and stuff, like making turd, wiener, all the jokes like are still funny, and I don't understand why, but they still hit classically. Like
if somebody hits a perfectly timed fart, I still will be in tears.
Farts are funny, man.
At the right time, dude, I will go down.
There's two types of people that like fart jokes, and then people that don't. Like they probably can't even like smile in the mirror, or like they can't even just like look at something and smile. They're just like, there's so much hate inside,
I think about those people is like, what happens?
They turn the lights off when they poop.
Fart? What happens when they have to fart? Do they get mad at themselves?
They turn the lights off.
Turn the lights off.
They turn the lights off.
They're like, hold on, babe. Just turn all the lights off and then fart.
Disassociate. Yeah.
Let me fade out of it. They're like, let me fade out of existence for.
They have to go into a fucking K-hole every time they have to take a shit. So they disassociate.
Imagine they're just hating their life, stuck in traffic, and then they just fart.
Can you
and
turn
they're
up
like,
that
K-pop? Yeah.
No, people get like stuck in these like hate rabbit holes. I've seen it a lot where it's like that's why I like a lot of the death metal folks don't just have a release. We have a way to like kind of release and fart and dick jokes are great. That always works. It's like in a lot of like the people that don't understand it, you're like, God, I'm not gonna explain it because it's a lifelong thing. You have to be involved for your whole life to like laugh at dumb shit, and it has to hit correctly. And the dumb shit has to come smart. It can't be like dumb all the time, like someone going and burps and you all laugh. It's got to be like something like funny with the fart or the hot dog wiener or the like oh, I got a roast beef sandwich from our you gotta go through like all of it.
There's no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason for all the people that I've gathered in my life that I love, but I know for a fact that everybody that is close to me laughs at farts, dude. And I think that might be at the core of all, the group of people that I've gathered into my life. If you don't laugh at a fart, dude, I don't know if we can be homies,
Yeah.
Dude, if I don't have a kid, but if I ever had a kid and the kid's like gets to an age where they're like poo poo pee pee, I'll be like, there you go, that's what it is.
That's the whole
like, welcome to life, little dude. That's what
all right, humor's online. He's like, all right, his sense of humor's online. We're good from now on.
Yeah. That one path has already been started in the right direction. We're good.
That's one thing about us, man. It's like when we hang out, when we're doing shows and we're together, we have a good time, man. Like, I mean, make a good time out of a bad situation.
Oh, dude, that's the best.
Yeah.
It's like we fucking laugh, dude, and sometimes it hurts. We laugh so much, you know. It's like,
dude, we did a family photo at a fucking party like 2 weeks ago, dude, and I timed a fart fucking perfect, dude, because they had the fucking the phone set up where everybody was doing the countdown, you know, so we could all be in it. So I was like, at 3, it started bubbling up, dude, and I'm like, this is the fucking universe is handing me the greatest gift.
Your
right
cheese.
now.
That's your cheese. That's
so.
Your,
and when everybody hit 1, and I made sure that everybody got their smile in, that's when I let it go. And I got my fucking standing O, and I was like, yes, thank you.
Well, you got to leave a mark.
Congratulations.
Leave a mark in my underwear.
We were one of the last hangouts we had before our Chicago show. Is we're at Tomas's place. How do you say your name? Probably Tomas.
Tom.
I said Tom. So we're at his house. We're at Tom's house, and I asked Damien, like, we're just shooting the shit, drinking, watching videos, hanging out, and then when fucking horrendous overbirth, what's the fucking word name for fucking stab wound intercourse? Rebirth, horrendous rebirth. The fucking super legendary like synth part that comes in. Yeah. I was like Damien's like, yeah, I played the keyboards for that, and I was like, fucking no way. I'm like, kind of blown away because it's just such a huge epic moment. I'm like, how'd you do it? He's like, oh yeah, I just went like this, and he's like, he like pretended he's playing a keyboard, and he just pressed down on one note, and we just started laughing so hard because it was so stupid. I'm like, no, bro, didn't you have like 2 keyboards, like weather report? We're like, dee, dee. Anyways, we're fucking laughing for like 10 minutes and on like the stupidest fucking joke ever. I don't
love it, dude. That's what it's all about, dude. That kind of laughter, dude, when it's like fucking 2:00 in the morning and everybody's just fucking silly, and then you hit this wave where everybody's like holding their sides and sweating and crying, but they can't stop, dude. That's the best fucking shit.
I'll never listen to that song again the same way because it's such a cool like. But now I'm just gonna picture Damien just going like.
Dude, I had to practice for that.
Now so are we, dude. Now so are we.
Wait, how do you do it again? Wait, David,
like, hold on, I need a click for that. I need a click.
But
it works.
We're basically describing the best things of like being in bands and like touring and stuff. Like those inside jokes. Still, like after 15 years removed, there's some jokes that some people will like walk into it and I'll be like, dude, I'll say the joke and I'll be like, you have no fucking idea. We used to cry at this shit. Like, it still makes like certain things get brought up or said, and it still makes me just laugh out of nowhere. Like I'm completely in that still. It's like totally gets me.
Tom, Ian wants to know if this is the correct way to say your name. Tomas Piloshevitz.
Tom, just Tom. Like Ian saying.
Just Tom.
Tom.
Just make it easy.
That is incorrect.
It's all fucking Tom, dude. Stop all the shit.
Yeah.
Wrong.
It's like Erland.
Don't even try to pronounce Sasha. Don't even try to pronounce my last name, dude.
No, you say it. I want you to say it. You say it for everyone right now. How do you say it perfectly?
Piwashevich.
Piwashevich.
There was different letter. There's a couple of extra letters in Polish alphabet. So the L was like one of those special. It was like instead of L, it's in Polish. It's like W. So it was that, but coming here to United States, I got
fucking Americans.
So we have 26 letters. You're saying there's more letters in your alphabet?
Simplified.
There's more letters in the alphabet.
What?
Sorry.
But yeah, going back to Tom. Tom is good.
Yeah. That's how
Long story short, Tom.
No, Erland Casperson. Well, we toured with him, and he was it's one of our good friends still, and he was like, it's Aland, and he's like, we're saying Erland, And he's like, no, Alan. He's like, just call me Alan, dude. I'm done with this. Like, I'm not doing this.
Alan's closer than Erland.
About that, dude.
Alan is closer than Erland. You fucking
yeah.
motherfuckers.
Because he was like, don't say it wrong. Too.
That's what we do. We take the letters literally.
Yeah.
No, it's Alan. He's like, it's Alan. Basically, how you actually say it's like Alan. You know, it's like a throaty thing in there.
So, did you guys already talk about? Are you gonna do a full length for the new stuff? Or are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Full length.
For sure, full length. Yeah.
So how many?
At the rate we're going, we're definitely.
You got 5 now.
Full length.
What's
they're working on 6.
6. Next.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be a full length, and then I can say now, like, some of the songs are going to be lengthier, in general. Just a lot going on, you know, with the new material.
Sasha and John, you guys write anything on your own and try and, you know, send it to the guys and see if they like it?
Sasha does. I mean, but
Sasha did a couple of riffs. I know that.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Nice. I mean,
actually, what's crazy is
everybody.
I was gonna add is we had a day just before we went back from Chicago, and I jammed with Damien. I mean, barely like an hour, and we pretty much got we had like 3 or 4 parts, like pre-existing parts that he had. And then I just added the second guitar work, whether it's a harmony or like a mirror harmony or something. There's a part that I wrote that he just fucking added his own thing to, and now that's going to be an outro to an album. So I have like my first ever like actual section that I brought to Gorgasm that's now going to be. But I mean, Damien made it like twice as good now, so it's never like, oh hey, I have an idea. It's more just there's such a collaborative you know, chemistry with the band, and a lot of the second guitar work on the EP, you know, Damien's like just try stuff out, and like Carnal Demise was even supposed to be in solo at the end. I just kept working at it, and then he allowed me to do it. So I'm, you know, thanks for that, because, you know, I never go into writing stuff going like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this sweet solo. It's like, no, I had a cool harmony, and I could just still hear it ascend and climax to something. But the second guitar work I'll send back to Damien, and then we'll critique it from there. And, you know, we do like the diminished harmonies at times, but we always try to deviate from that. And like the outro to the EP, the second guitar work, the Morbid Angel shit, I wrote a lot of that myself, and I'm pretty proud of that. And you know, the lead trade-offs, we all just kind of had free range to do whatever. And yeah, I mean, for song names, we're always throwing song names around and trying to always work on subject matter, because the working, you know, right now for track 1 through 5, we have one name for one of them, and then from there you start, you know.
Do you guys ever do working titles? Do you guys do working titles, or you just call them track 1, 2, 3, 4 for?
Yeah, we have a couple. We have a couple of working titles, but yeah, I mean, to your point, yeah, we do like
make
track
funny
4,
names.
track 5, you know. Yeah. We have a few that we're working with. We have one for sure, but
the thing I don't like about working titles is like you start calling them that, and then you start, you know.
No, it is something that we run into.
Won't call them.
Do you guys have like funny like album or like song names? You just call it like whatever, like, and then you like reference it later.
Oh yeah. Corpse Fiend, we called Corpse Fern, like the plant fern, like Corpse Fern.
Or Corpse Friend. Corpse Friend.
Corpse Friend.
That's good, dude. That's good.
There's Dead Duck.
Dead Duck.
Dead Duck.
I've never thought of that, actually. Well,
a couple examples.
What other songs would you have, like, as we're joking around? I don't know.
I can't remember. I'm trying to think right now. Yeah.
We had Rambo's Revenge.
We had Rambo's Revenge. We had a couple. Spicy Dragon.
But ours are like
pretty funny.
Completely different from the name. Like it's like random as fuck.
Silver Beetle actually, but Silver Beetle, influenced me to write actually about like there's an appearance of a silver beetle like thing in the new album because of that song title.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. It's like kind of like
good. Odious, I just picture like Banana Song number 1, Banana Song number 2.
Totally, Anti and Banana is one of the songs.
Banana Peel, you know, like
one of the ones on the new one was called Gorillas in the Mist, and yeah, it's not the name anymore.
In the Mist, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I know. I'm like working on songs now. And I'm like, no, it's because I'm the Silverback. It's about
actual gorillas. Yeah,
Joel's nickname to us has been Silverback from the beginning.
So like all these Silverback jokes, just
that's where the banana thing probably came from. Definitely,
100%. But no, it's. Yeah. I see these songs now. We name them that like when like recording stuff. It's like I'm like, all right, I have to do like Silver Beetle now. Like what actual like what, I don't even know what song it is, and like I have to like go back and like look it up and be like, all right, this is okay to understand like the actual title of it because like
I think the way that Gorgasm does it is funnier though. Like how you like take the actual title and then you have like a twist on it. That's like great.
Yeah.
That's like
there's a couple that we did that with that. Yeah.
Yeah, like
make up our own word.
Yeah.
But when it comes to new ones,
like fisticunt.
When it comes to new ones, it's like just we go by numbers. Sometimes we just go like Morgan 1, Morgan 5, and that's another whole story with Morgan.
Morgan Freeman.
Actually, I mean, like spoiler alert, fucking Morgan Freeman's gonna narrate our whole next album. while the music's playing.
That would be the wildest thing.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's so wild, dude.
You're gonna be like,
release like a digipack and have like Morgan Freeman, just like the real album and Morgan Freeman going like AI.
AI, exactly.
I mean, a lot of metalheads don't even.
We're gonna have AI artwork.
A lot of metalheads don't even know that the Morgan Freeman is one of Gorgasm's biggest fans. People don't even know that.
They don't even know. Yeah.
She spent the last 10 seconds of her life. I can't even do his name, but the last 10 seconds of her life spent impaled on my cock.
Wait, what are you impersonating? Just
it actually almost sounds more like Obama.
We talked about this back in the day, like as far as like your guys' commitment to downpicking, which does sound the best, 100%, 1000%. And I have a Twitch too.
Downpicking, yeah.
I have I have the Twitch, and I remember all my friends going like, Jesus Christ, you can Twitch like downpicking like really fast. Have you guys should start like a thing where you like have like a downpicking Olympics where it's like and actually measure it out to like a thing and be like, dude, who can do this? You know,
it's like the double bass competition.
It's a challenge, dude.
It is a challenge. It's a forearm challenge.
Man. It is.
Yeah,
well,
100%.
Yeah.
The worst for me is I'll go periods of time where I don't play as much as I'd like to because I do such long work hours. And then I usually give myself at least 7 to 10 days to condition and get the stamina and chops. But man, like there's been a couple times where like the first day I'll pick it up and I'm like, man, I don't even know if I can do this, you know? But then like a day later, like you're fine. But
especially like when you, not to interject, but like when you take a long stint in between jamming, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know, you just can't pick up your instrument for even a week, dude.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's athletic. It's athletic. It's an athletic thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't take a break off that. You know.
It's like trying to go for a run. Yeah. It's like
bands that tour every day and play like every day, man. Fucking mad props, man, because that's
totally, dude.
Fuck, man, you just get in that zone, you know.
100%.
Hell yeah.
Damien, I don't know if you could relate to this, but when we played the 2 Europe tours I've done with Gasm, you know how it is if you're playing all the time with the band and you're in the mode, like you can see like the space between even more where like you're just going through the motions, but like it's so hard to play some of this shit. But when you're on tour, you're like, oh, I'm almost playing ahead of where I should, or like I don't know if that makes sense, Damien, but I've found it where it slows down more. Like you're more able to think and
I think your perception of time is different when you're going through the notions, but then when you like sit back and listen to it, because like for me, a lot of the time when we're playing live, I sometimes feel like we're playing slow, you know.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the fact, and I have to like trick my brain into telling that. Hey, it's far from playing slow.
100%, dude.
You know, and then you listen back there and it's like, oh no, it's just my mind playing tricks on me, you know. But yeah.
And I find when I jump into headbanging too, like at first you're like, wow, this is hard, and you're like, oh, you should be breathing, and then you're like, as you're doing it, you're like breathing in, breathing. You're like almost like monitoring. You're like an athlete. You're
gills.
like, oh yeah. It's like in between sets, like GSP's like breathing in, breathing out. And you're just like, like I should.
No,
this
for you
is
guys,
so
actually, a question.
weird. I'm like spinning my head around and headbanging, and I'm just like.
So you're obviously, are you take a breath?
You're not supposed to breathe. What are you talking about?
You exhale on the down. You exhale on the down and grab air on the way up.
Yeah.
When do you feel? Do you know if you're inhaling on the down or the up, dude? When you take an air in?
I don't even, I will say there's times like practicing where you're like, oh, I'm not breathing at all. Or you're just like,
you just got to learn how to breathe through your anus.
Why is my arm like seized up? I'm like, oh, there's no oxygen going through.
That just shows how crazy it is, dude. You're playing a style of music that's literally your body is like, well, fuck, dude. If we have to focus on this so hard, we got to turn the oxygen off for a minute. Just fucking hit the valve real quick. No breathing, so we could just.
I will say. I don't know about Damien, but I like vocals. Sometimes it's easier to play shit when you're doing vocals on it because you're more like your whole body's
because you're breathing.
But yeah,
because you're breathing.
Nope. No, but one thing actually I've always tripped out on is like you guys are playing obviously an insane technical style of music, but you have and you're windmilling and doing all the things. You have long hair. Can you tell me like a hair incident that's helping? Because like that gets in your strings, dude. Like. That's a
for me.
Yeah,
for me, that shit always gets in my throat, dude.
Oh, yeah, dude, it gets in your mouth and shit.
It'll go down your throat, and you're like, trying to play and like trying to spit that shit out.
No, the kids in the crowd were like, "That was a sick fucking growl you did, dude." It was like,
yeah.
But no, as far as like getting it caught in your fretboard, though, like getting it like in your fretboard, like
I find
not so much. I mean, I've had it stuck to the fucking headstock or something.
Headstock,
like
the microphone.
That's happened a couple times.
You just gotta pull your hair out, just like fuck it. You have to
just gotta fucking rip it out like a fucking
man. Yeah, 100%.
Wait, how do you do it, Damien? How do you do it?
He was like.
That's it, Joel. That's all you gotta do.
Let it go. Yeah.
Ow. Dude, I can't. I don't have the patience to grow out hair, dude. I can't do that. That's
Joel with long hair is pretty funny.
I play a certain way where my strap's a bit lower, and then when I'm headbanging, I'm more like in a certain pose where it's just more free from the fretboard and shit. And then my mic's in way, so I. Yeah.
So Josh, when you're headbanging though, how hard is it to stay away from the fucking lighting because you're fucking a giant compared to me? You literally a guy that.
What?
I made a joke saying I made a shitty joke that nobody got, but I said, how hard is it to keep your head away from the lighting when you're on stage because you're a fucking giant? I literally was looking up at you the whole time I was in. You don't remember looking down on me like a fucking. Like
I try to like slouch to a side so small people like you.
I give him a hug, dude, and I give him a hug and his nipples in my eye, dude.
How tall are you? How tall are you? What do you like?
It was nice to meet you too, bro. I appreciate the nipples in your face. I'm 6'2".
How tall is Sasha?
Dude, Tom's fucking 6'6". Tom's 6'6".
Well, you got Michael Jordan, Tom over here. He's 6'6", dude.
Jordan, Tom is definitely a bean, dude.
We got Michael Jordan in the band right there.
Jordan size, that's right.
I mean, that's probably why I hung out near Damien the most. I could look at him straight. I could straighten the eyes, look at him. I didn't have to keep my neck up like this talking to the rest of the band.
What was it, Tom?
Well, you got some Severed has some tall
I
guys.
did bang
Mike
my
and
head on the lights
Oleg
many times.
Say it again, Tom.
I did bang my head on the lights many times, man. Being on stage on Drum Risers, it sucked. Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Like, ding.
Yeah,
It's got to be a.
The reason why we got Ivan in there, so I wasn't the shortest guy in the band anymore, Sash. That's the real reason.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he's your little buddy.
He is my little buddy, dude. After what's crazy, and I've mentioned it on the show before, but after that show, Ivan has been involved in every single death metal project I've ever been involved in too. All the guesties that I've done were on albums that he performed on, and all my bands have now had Ivan involved either live or on record. It's fucking sick.
Ivan's the man, dude. I love that guy. If you guys want to party hard, that's the guy. He was a great roommate. He had a fucking blast, dude. Me and him were laughing. It was definitely one of those moments, those situations where it's like me and Ivan had not talked much over the years, you know, but as soon as we hooked up at the airport, dude, it was right where we left off. Yep.
We're you know, the plane ride was quick as fuck because we were just chatting it up pretty much the whole time. We stayed in the same room, so we were just around each other the whole weekend, and it was so fucking sick to just be like, dude, it's 20 years ago you walked into the rehearsal studio to try out for Carnivorous with a guitar and a bong. That was what he walked in with. And I was just like, this is the fucking man right here already, dude. And sure enough, he was. And then his whole thing blossomed from there. I went off and did my own thing, but we still end up like, you know, finding each other.
Hey, Anthony, the moment you said that, you said, you know, you walked in with a bong and a bass, fucking Tom's eyes lit up. And then Damien's like, yeah, you got that right. Like, they're both just like, that sounds like a death metal musician to me.
Yeah, dude. And he was fucking.
He smokes weed and has an instrument.
You got to spark that creativity, bro.
Dude, I mean, that I always call that the fifth member or the sixth member or the third, however many humans you have in the room. If you're smoking weed, that's the extra member right there.
Dude, when I first heard Atheist, I got these reissued CDs, and Kelly Schaefer said, you know, if it wasn't for smoking weed and drinking, we would have never written any of this stuff because they would just get as fucked up as possible. And then when they buried Roger Patterson, they put as much weed and beer in his coffin and then threw him in the ground. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
That's wild, dude. I had to take a deep
You think
breath
of the technical shit like Suffo back in the day, like they must have smoked themselves retarded. You know, like Pierce from Within, the two guitar work, Pierce from Within, like it's just like this myriad of like classical, like fucking insane stuff.
Yeah,
and you're like, man, they must have smoked the craziest weed.
And
I
then
can't believe they remembered it. Yeah,
you hear Luke LeMay. You hear Luke LeMay telling stories about taking hash knife hits, you know, during the Obscura era, and just so they're just all high on hash, fucking writing that album. You're just like, fuck, dude, this is insane. But that's the thing, dude. It's like this. I mean, I think alcohol is a social lubricant, but what is weed? Weed is like a creative lubricant. Like,
yeah, it is.
You know, it does unlock doors that remain locked in a normal state, I guess.
I mean, you know, maybe not necessarily for everybody, you know, but I know, like for pretty much everybody I jammed with, and then alcohol, dude. I don't know, like for me, it doesn't work. I can't fucking do it. I can't
perform well if I've had too many drinks.
Well, it fucks up your motor skills.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, it does.
Like
it does, man.
Yeah,
you know, like
so that's what's hard with that. But it's fun to like. You always go like when you get drunk, you're like, I'm gonna jam this fucking song right now, and like your hands don't perform, and your
and then you get pissed off at yourself.
Yeah. Why the fuck am I even doing this?
I suck. I quit.
yeah. Weed is like it is a free for like playing music and stuff. It's the best.
Because you just hone in on your craft.
You know? Yeah.
I think
the only time I'll play guitar The only time I'll play guitar drinking, I'm not playing death metal. That's for sure.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, beep, 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 beep. I'm like, all right.
Skinner, bro. We're playing fucking Skinner,
drunk.
bro.
Like, like, oh yeah, pentatonic, baby.
Good point.
You know?
Yeah. Because you don't want to be disappointed.
You find that brown note, you're like, brown note. You just pass over it, man. You don't have to.
What's a brown note?
Like, dude. Just a
that's
note
a joke for the
work,
shitting.
Make it work. I pass it over.
The shit note, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like when you drink or smoke or both, you understand like, all right, I'm on this, so this is what I'm gonna play. Like I'm not gonna play if I've drinking before, I'm not gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna do 16ths at fucking, you know, it's like I'm just that doesn't sound as.
I mean,
fun.
you know, some people can do it though. It's,
no, 100%.
Power to them.
Yeah. Some people can do. For me, it's like I'll have one beer and my clock.
Oh, drinking
off.
drum. Yeah, drinking drum.
And my coordination's off, you know, like
yeah,
feel it.
Dude.
It immediately gets you in the stamina. It immediately knocks time off of the set for you. You're gonna gas out quicker.
Yeah,
I always gas out quicker if I start drinking before a set. But yeah. But being hot, see, let me just get hippy dippy for a second. So I love the David Lynch analogy of ideas or fish. You're fishing for ideas, and sometimes you catch the big fish. And I love that. I like to use that as a philosophy. And I just think that when you're smoking weed in that environment, dude, it's just giving you a bigger, better tackle box. You know, like you're coming like way more prepared to catch bigger fish. Something is easier. You know, the fish are just ready to eat. They're more ready to eat when you go in with a couple puffs. You know.
Yeah.
Shout out Ben Bennett, dude. Ben Bennett, Zoth. That's Zoth, dude. Dude, Zoth. Fucking shreds, dude. They're one cool thing about Zoth that I really like respect. I mean, there's a million cool things about them, but they're like this Seattle, band that, right? Seattle, and they like they just said like, fuck it, we're gonna release everything on our own and do everything on our own. Like never sign, we're never signing. And now they're like moving up, like playing these huge shows and getting like they're like fucking did it DIY. They're just not doing it. They're not signing and doing that stuff. And it kind of like the new school of what's going on a little bit with some music. It's like people are just like, no, I don't want to.
It's easier with the internet if you're willing to do the work.
We're gonna play shows. People will talk about us, and they're just like this. They're like fucking ultra shredding guitar players. Ben is one of the gnarliest bass players I've ever seen live, and like, damn, that's the way to do it. Kind of like, I mean, nowadays it's kind of like, fuck it, we'll just do it on our own. This is what we love, and they put all their chips on the table. They said no to so many labels, and they're just like, fuck it, we're going forward.
And if you do it like that and let people discover you organically, like at a show or on the internet or whatever, you're building a more potent fan base.
I think. Well, yeah, and it's new, and it's more. I think it's more intimate too that way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, because.
They like you because they discovered you and they'll actually like your music. Then and then the word of mouth thing still works. It's like enough people talk about it, it's gonna spread. That's
pretty much what old school punk was. It was literally just do it all yourself, and I can really respect people into old punk because of that culture behind it. And if you saw a band, they're giving you the shirt off their back. They're like, "This is all we got. Is this band?" So.
He's a huge Gorgasm fan too. Fuck yeah. Fuck you.
Shout out.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Ben. Fucking love you, Ben. That's one of those guys that like
how many times
they're playing this small show, and I went there and it was small, and I was like, who the fuck is this band? Why is this not? Who doesn't? And they're like, no, we're not doing that thing. We're not doing that. Get signed by the label thing and do a little thing. We're doing it on our own. I'm like, what? All right. Like I'll keep in touch, and they're getting bigger and bigger. It's such a gamble.
When's a new Severed Savior material gonna be written there, brah?
You'll see tomorrow. You'll see some. It's tomorrow. Yeah, dude, it's tomorrow.
What about
There's no real plans.
You guys
Odious Mortem is gonna come quicker than New Severed. Odious Mortem.
Well, we got a new Odious.
How many bananas are in your tree, bro?
Yeah,
Those little ideas that you're picking out of the tree, right? Your fucking bananas.
Yeah,
a few. They got a few bananas.
Yep.
I think you might have fun listening to it. It's a good album.
I've said it before on the show, but it's great. It already sounds fantastic. It's the cleanest Odious record I've ever heard. And in like production way, look, you know, it's not going to be. It's still, you know, organic as Odious can be, you know, but it sounds fucking killer, and I can't wait to put my vocals
we're
on
headlining we're headlining next year at Texas Domination. Announce that first year. Everyone's just going.
And then 2020, and then 2026, Carnivorous comes back, and we headline Texas Domination Fest. No, I'm just
no, we're not.
Carnivorous would never be a band that would headline anything. Carnivorous would be a cool band to start doing again for sure. But
this is a dormant band. We're
Danny could never play that shit live if he's playing guitar. He's like, I can't. He's like, could you believe I fucking wrote this? It's like,
yeah, Kenny. Yeah.
What do you guys think about that retro single? What do you think? You guys check out the
I didn't
Retromorphic
hear it properly.
Yet?
I didn't even check it out. I'm guilty of that. Sorry.
Dude, you
got a guy that fucking does Spawn Obsession covers on his fucking YouTube didn't hear it yet. All right, I'm listening.
I played 1 minute of a Spawn song. That's it.
Dude, you could skip one hot dog session and listen to the song, dude.
That's true. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go.
Nah, it's actually really good stuff. You guys should check it out if you haven't listened to it yet. It's fucking Spawn.
There's another track coming out soon.
Hell yeah, dude. Spawn with Casey on drums, dude. What?
Christian.
Hey, Casey, congrats, bro. That's fucking amazing stuff that you get to be a part of that. Happy for you.
Hell yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, dude, it's cool. The thing I like
it's
about it
is because of you guys' podcast. It's all because of your awesome podcast and dedication
thanks,
to the
man. Shit,
craft. I interrupted
definitely
you
a part of it, but it's also the friendships and connections. You know, that's Casey stayed in touch with Dennis. You know, a lot more than probably all of us. We've all stayed in touch, but Casey definitely stayed in touch with Dennis, and that, you know, just snowballed from there. Yeah, dude, it was pretty rad.
Yeah, I mean, we used to talk with those dudes over email like back in the day, but it was like we just didn't know them like that and stuff, and super cool. And like, dude, we're just fucking more than honored to have, like, I was just thinking about, like, I was like, dude, this is so sick. Like, we got the full band Gorgasm episode and like how this happened tonight. And I was like, thinking back, I was like, dude, it was like the kind of recent, we did the last was the Malignancy episode, which was a full one, right? And then we had Defeated Sanity kind of part two.
Their part two.
Like full episode. I was just like, you guys are all like the kind of bands that like we're all about, like just these like old school, legit, just sick ass fucking. I mean, there's great new school bands. I'm not saying it's not all about that, but like, dude, just man, look, like so much respect for you guys, dude. It's like, and I was like so stoked on this tonight, like, dude, Gorgasm full episode. Yes.
Yeah, dude. We wouldn't be doing this show if we didn't, you know, grow up loving bands like you guys. You know, it really is. But you definitely made a contribution in making this happen because you were part of the reason why we fell in love with all this music, you know?
100%.
100%, dude.
Yeah. And it's so cool to call you guys homies too, dude.
Exactly.
I was gonna say thanks for the opportunity, because, you know, I wanted people to meet Tom and hear John a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we heard a bit about Tom. You're going to do the backstories on both of them. Just a quick one on them getting into music. So I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna have to wrap it. I got to wrap it for me, but I do want people to hear your guys' backstories. So if you guys want to do a little backstory while I'm gone, I got to go. We haven't even fucking packed for this trip. I'm leaving in hours from now, but I still was so excited to do this with you guys. I love that this, again, another full band episode of a band that we really respect, one that has made a huge impact on all of us individually and as a group of friends. We listened to your music at many parties before we even knew you guys, And yes, dude, it's cool to kick off 2025 with you guys. And I love all of you guys as well. And I love all of you in the chat. I love everybody who's listening to this. I hope you guys have a great year. I'm going to peace out. And I love you guys. I keep saying I love you. I love so much love, dude.
We can keep going for a minute. Like,
yeah, dude, you guys keep going without me. I wish I could stay for the whole thing, but I just got too much fucking shit to do.
It's all good.
All good,
But,
brother, man.
Dude, Damien, Sasha, Tom,
Damien,
John.
you gotta get out too, right? Damien, pretty late
What's
for
that?
you, or what? Is it
Yeah,
pretty late
I'm
for
probably
you?
gonna
You
dip
gotta
out like in a few myself too. But no worries.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
worries, guys.
Right on, dude.
No worries.
All right. Much love, dudes.
But yeah,
And,
man. I love, brother.
have a good rest of your
enjoy
night.
enjoy your trip, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait, dude. The kids are going to love it. All right, guys. Peace out.
All right. Cheers, brother.
Later, Tony.
Love you, man.
Papa Tony.
What's your favorite color? I'm just kidding. So we were still on Tomasz. Let's so we're basically dissenter. Was it
Dissenter? Yeah.
dissenter? So how did that get started?
My friend Mike basically offered me a gig. Their old drummer quit, and he offered me a gig. So I did. I think I played with him for about 7 years. Did 4 or 5 albums with them, and yeah. So good times, good memories.
Nice, awesome. Then you went from that to. Oh, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing.
I did a bunch of sessions. I did. There was another band I did, Corfigi. We put out an album. I forgot which year, but yeah, I was a session drummer in a couple of bands.
You guys had that Unmerciful split with that Thomas. Right?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
With the band Unmerciful.
With that Corfigi, the Corfigi had a split with Unmerciful.
Sick, dude. Okay, yeah.
And
the only
Corfigi stuff was pretty crazy too, man.
Corfigi was it was pretty much I don't know, kind of like Origin-ish.
Was that the band where there was like even some synth in it, or was?
Yeah.
What was that band that you played with him? Were you in that band for like
That's
a
Corfigi.
second?
That was Corfigi. Yeah. We had a keyboard player and a saxophone player, and also a stand-up bass player on one of the songs.
Okay.
So it was experimental, and Damien actually did because main guy Tom passed away a couple of years ago, and Damien filled in on the guitar for a tribute show to him when we did a quick reunion gig at a fundraiser after his passing. So yeah, Corfigi was one of a kind, and I hope that this album that we've recorded will come out one of these days as full, because I think on the split with Unmerciful there was only like 3 songs, if I'm correct, and then we've recorded 7, so would be nice to get it out one day.
Nice. Man. Nice.
What are some of your favorite drummers?
A couple of other gigs that I recorded 2 albums with a band from Indiana. It's a black and death metal Holocaustium, and so that was cool experience too. I did a project with Steve Tucker, Warfather. So couple of different things before this gig.
Damn.
But
then he did that Peshmerga too. Back in,
Peshmerga. Oh yeah, Peshmerga, and then Agony Climax after that. We switched names, so
that's with former Gorgasm members. For you guys that don't know,
one song.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have written a whole album. I think we had like 9 songs, but after recording one demo song, which is on YouTube, and a very cool song, one of the guys just disappeared, and the whole album never happened. So
hey Tom,
that's about it.
Casey was asking you, what's your some of your favorite drummers? Not to open the huge like drummer.
Yeah, like what are your main influences? Like what are your top, any kind of style drummer? Just like, what are your,
I would say Gavin Harrison. He's he's one of the greatest in my opinion. As far as metal goes, Derek Roddy. It's
for sure.
too many to name, and really so many different styles, and there's so many killer drummers. I mean, even some of the young guys right now, that are coming out with their newer bands. It's seeing the stuff that they're doing right now. It's very inspirational too. But yeah, I would say not metal, Gavin Harrison, metal, Derek, Flo at a time. Venter from Creator was one of my early influences and still one of my favorite drummers to this day. And not to miss one of the biggest influences and one of my favorite, Sean Reiner.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that guy changed my whole outlook on drums. I'm like, you can do this in metal. I'm like, wow.
What age were you? What age were you when you first heard Sean Reiner? What age were you?
I want to say I was in my 20s, early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard Focus, Cynic, and then I think Cynic was first, or Human, and then Human, whichever ones. Those two were, I was just, my whole outlook on drumming changed.
Yeah.
So definitely Sean Reiner.
Human and Focus. Yeah. No, totally. And then Sean is like the kind of drummer you can reference on either side. It's like, what's your favorite non-metal drummer? What's your favorite metal drummer? He's like, he fits both categories. Like, it's crazy. It's like,
not to separate. I mean,
it's kind of silly. I know it's silly to separate it 100%. But you know how it's just like, it's a normal thing to do that. Like, it's very normal to metal drummers and these guys, and they can play all kinds of stuff, but
right.
It's almost more interesting sometimes to like get the question like, okay, what non-metal drummers are you? Like I remember reading an interview with Tim Young like years ago, and he's all like, dude, Tony Williams, and I was like young, and at the time I was just like, Tony Williams, and I went, like Tim Young got me into Tony Williams, like that's a crazy so it's almost like, we know like the metal drummers are all great and we're all in that scene, but like what about the other?
It goes with like guitar too, like guitar, like it's like you go to like the Guthrie Govans or like crazy guitar players are just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Al Di Meola, like or something,
Al Di Meola, yeah.
So
just like, what the fuck is going on with that? And how can
Tom,
I implement this? Yeah, go for it.
What about like fusion drummers? Because I remember talking to you about that. Like, were you into like Dennis Chambers, or I forgot who we were talking about?
Great.
Who's that again?
Tom, which fusion drummers? Because you had some jazz guys you were really into.
There's so many, and I'm so bad with names. But
for real,
How about John? What fusion drummers do you like, John?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Double click.
I don't know any of them.
All of them at the same time, basically.
Speaking of all of them at the same time, we could do
it'd be a real fusion, wouldn't it?
We could do. We're fusing right now, so we can fuse right now. What's your favorite bass players?
Alex Webster was always a huge,
Yeah, 100%.
Even way back in the day, like seeing those videos of like him tracking songs on Tomb and shit was just crazy,
like that Fender bass.
Yeah, man, just like he was stuff like that. But I was always a guitar player first. I started out as a guitar player.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've been in bands since I was in high school. I played my first show as a sophomore in high school at a bar. and went to school the next day. You know, so I've just been.
And that was sadistic, right? Tell them about your band.
Yeah,
your first band.
That was my first band was called Cerebral Rot, the original Cerebral Rot, not those guys that stole their fucking name. But anyways, that was like my high school band, and well out of high school, and then I got involved with Sean Whitaker and Viral Load.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh cool.
I was in Viral Load for 7 years.
You're Texas. You're Texas. Yeah, that makes sense. Nice.
Yeah. Sean was local here in Houston, so you know, we started jamming together. Originally, I was on guitar and I was learning guitar like Insidious songs and Viral songs, and then it was 2006, and then he got an offer to go play Tokyo Death Fest. So he was like, "Hey man, let's just jump on the bass and learn these songs so we can go do this show." So that kind of started that, and then that was my first international show. I was 20 years old and flew to Tokyo to play Tokyo Death Fest with Viral Load.
Wow, dude.
Damn, that's awesome. Did you ever play with James King? Right, James King. Was
no, I never got to jam with James.
Yeah.
I was the drummer we had was I was in another band called Uncleansed, which is based out of Houston, and it was with that drummer Daryl. He played with Viral Load with us and did all those shows. But after that, I started a one-man project called Sadistic Butchering. It's just me and a drum machine shit. Then I got hooked up with the dudes from Desecrate the Faith here in Houston, and we've put out 3 records. Our last one was November 2022.
Nice.
And then of course hooked up with Gorgasm, so just doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Gorgasm's my main thing now. I'm like back in the day I had like 4 or 5 bands and shit. It was always like all my time was music, but now I'm older, got a kid, I'm married, so it's I like to do stuff now that I don't want to waste my time with any bullshit. Like if I'm going to do something, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
Gorgasm's definitely that, of course. So
100%.
I focus most of my attention to that. I do have another project that I'm going to put out this year that hasn't been announced yet, but pretty stoked about that too. I'm playing bass on that as well. But
nice.
But yeah, mainly just Gorgasm stuff. Is my main thing, and I'm handling all the merch for the band now. So,
thanks, John.
How was that? Yeah, how was that being on the merch end of things?
I mean, it's not bad, man. Once if everything's organized, and it's really just when we do drops and stuff is the busiest time.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, maybe 4 or 5 orders a week, here and there. So it's not too hard.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll actually throw it back to Tom though. What's your favorite bass player, dude?
There you go,
John.
I'll go Pacific. Sean Malone.
Sean Malone
was great. Yeah, he always stood out to me.
Yeah.
Alex from Cannibal. He's been one of my favorites too. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, rhythm section. And by the way, first time I got to jam with John, we just locked in, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this will be good."
That's awesome.
So that was that's pretty awesome.
That's an important connection, like just the bass player and the drummer. It's fucking
getting that core down
makes it makes a huge difference. It might be like subtle to like the guitar player or like someone else, it might not, but it's like, dude, it's really important. It's like that's why I always stared at Joel like right in the eyes. I was like,
going back to non-metal bass players, Tony Levin.
I just saw King Crimson with Danny Carey like about 2 months ago.
I missed that. Joel, I missed that. I'm fucking choked.
Yeah.
That would have been
so good.
Nuts.
It's funny because my dad and I have been, into the kind of like more obscure music, and my dad was like flew out. He's like, we're going to fucking King Crimson. He brought my stepmom and I brought my wife, and they just started playing the most like aggressively like dissonant shit the whole time. They're like, and they were just and my wife and my stepmom were just like, all right, we're gonna go outside for a second. They were just immediately bailed, dude. It was like they weren't even, and then they started playing like some sick prog, like prog, like, but they were like messing with dissonance a bunch in the beginning, and they were just like, they were like, and I was telling my dad, I was like, dude, you brought her to the show. What was that? What was the planning behind you bringing your wife to the show? Like, she's like into like normal, music and stuff, and it's just all like exploring dissonance and stuff. And they were just like, cool, dude, we gotta go smoke, even though we don't smoke. We'll go outside. And they just like left and never came back. And, like, going in, and it was so sick though. The shit that they were experimenting and they were doing old songs, but like, god damn, once they left too, they were like, they just started just jamming like the fucking hits. I was like, you guys just left at the best time. But anyways, Tony Levin, Tony Levin's like one of the more, the Chapman stick and all the things that he's done with like, even with like Peter Gabriel and the things that he's done is like, he's basically like one of the more old school like starters of the like, being. No, he's fucking amazing. He's fucking amazing.
I think he did some shit with like Steve Smith or something too.
100%. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I googled them before as I was pulling up, and I think Tony Levin is like 76 or something years old, like 77, 78. Yeah, he's he's still touring. I'm just like, god damn, dude. Like,
Ian saying 78. Wow.
78. Yeah. 78. Yeah.
Thanks,
that's
Ian.
Crazy. You imagine being almost 80 and you're touring. Like touring yeah.
I don't think he's human personally.
You know what's weird is King Crimson was the band that like 10, 15 years later Primus and Tool came out of. It's just like Faith No More doing the shit, and then 10 years later Limp Bizkit came out.
Yeah. No, for sure. That's what Maynard used to say.
That's called an evolution, bro.
No. What Maynard said was,
"You ain't down with the nookie."
I just wanted to bring up Limp Bizkit just because of Joel, man. Limp Bizkit, baby.
Joel loves
Bozio Levin Stevens is a really good collaboration. Have you guys heard that one?
Yeah. I got that one. That's the one I was talking about. Yeah.
Because Tool took King Crimson on tour back in the day, or vice versa.
Yeah, they did.
I remember, Tool did.
Yeah.
I remember Maynard. I always heard this quote from Maynard. It's like, we're standing on the shoulders of giants. He's like, we're standing on these guys' shoulders, like, to make this music for you guys that you all love, and it's selling billions of albums or whatever. But like, we're standing on their shoulders, And I always thought that was like one of the coolest quotes to say for a band
that's
like
a very good compliment. That's a very good compliment.
That's like somebody that's like appreciates their fucking roots. Not necessarily their roots, but their influences.
Yeah,
that's,
100%.
It's cool when bands pay tribute to that. That's fucking awesome.
No, actually, me and Casey saw Tool the day that Neil Peart died from Rush.
Oh wow!
We saw, and then he did. What was that? You were at that show or the day after? You were at that show, right, Casey?
Where they did. I was the day before or something. But I was. You guys went twice. But I was. It was
my
like
buddy
January 2020 or something.
Yeah, and like
San Diego,
he did like a full solo for him and shit, and I was like,
it was great.
Did Danny Carey say anything about it, or did he say anything?
No, I think he did a Joel show, not mine.
He did a drum solo for him. He did a drum solo for him, and he had a picture of him and Neil Peart, like, like holding each other, or like arm around each other, and he did like a kind of like a Rush related drum solo, and I was like, damn, it was just improv in the moment, because it just happened, like 4 or 5 hours before.
That would be really hard for Carey to play those shows if he knew Neil Peart on that level, and then to have his whole career based off of him in a way, that'd be insane.
No, he did that day. He found out that day, and then did a solo for him, and like they planned that, like, obviously within hours. They planned like all that shit, and it's pretty crazy to see. That was anyways, it's going off on a thing.
I feel like about Danny Carey real quick is that I feel like he appreciates his position. Like he knows, he's like, yeah, dude, I'm just like this guy that gets paid like a bunch of money to be the like this drummer. Like he respects it. Like I feel like, you know,
And he
and
shows
like,
up to a lot of metal shows. Definitely,
he works
I
his
see
butt
people
off.
like,
yeah, like I don't know. It's like, say what you want about Tool or like whatever, but if you don't like him or not and all this kind of stuff. But it's like, dude, like doing the beat thing and all this, he gets his work done, and I feel like the guy respects like his, like, imagine just being like, okay, I have endless money, I never need to work, like I can just fucking play drums and be like, that's all. Like
he's a class act is what he is. He's a human being, and he understands that. Yeah, I'm a musician of humble. He's humble, but I mean, you know, it shows in the music too. Like they, you know, say what you will about them, you know, they're pretty sincere with what they do.
Yeah, and I understand people don't like Tool. I think Tool's great. Like, but I told when people don't like Tool, I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's fine. Like, it doesn't like.
You know why? Because they don't know that the pieces fit, bro. That's why they don't like Tool. Because see, Murray doesn't like that. Yeah, but see, Casey's like, I know the pieces fit, and then he plays it for somebody else, and they're like, what the fuck is this shit? What pieces do you speak of?
Tool is like, I don't know. I don't want to say. Never mind. But yeah,
no, you can't say never mind. Oh, never mind like, was a big album.
That's Nirvana, bro. Wrong band.
I know, wrong band. Come on. I take back my pre-thought. But there you go. Yeah, I think Tool is a great band, man. But people, I get it. I don't know. I'm repeating myself. Sorry.
Damien, what was your first band? I don't know if you did that when you were on this show. If you went from the
my video. Okay.
Oh, we can't hear you, Damien. You might hear us. We can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Oh, the pieces don't fit?
The pieces don't fit.
Yeah. I know your headphones are on. We can't hear you talk.
But it's all about like early Tools too, you know, like I mean like the later shit's cool.
Baby.
Yeah, man, like, you know, on
but the drums
songs are 3 minutes long, not 13 minutes long.
Well, that was the band that I didn't really ever until like I got into music where I was like, oh damn, that the drums are doing like these polyrhythms that I later would find out like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, started to pay attention to him.
Playing Sweat is not easy, dude. Like, that's not right with one hand. Like it's like a fucking the first song on Opiate.
Polyrhythm, bro.
It's in 7 or whatever and all that shit, you know.
Fucking polys, dude.
I don't know.
Want a cracker?
Murray, if Tool had a different singer, would you like them or you just hate their music?
He doesn't like anything off timing.
I just,
you know, people like hate their singing.
I'm talking Murray.
Tool's like Opeth. I listened to Opeth recently, and I was like, oh, they're actually a great band. I just haven't listened to them. Like Tool and Opeth, I didn't listen to for like 12 years, and then you're like, oh, they're actually really good. It's just, I don't know if you've ever had times where you listen to a band, and then you're like, oh, I need to just not listen to this band for a while. I mean, that was just a couple bands for me, right?
Murray doesn't like. Yeah, he doesn't like either. I knew that already before he posted it. He doesn't like Opeth either. It's so funny. Oh my god, Murray is cracking me up right now. I love you, Murray.
I mean, no, that's a band though that like both those bands are kind of like there's bands that I didn't like for my whole life and everyone liked, and then I got older and like put my like
he does.
But like there's certain bands and I'm just like, what do you like? I don't understand it, and I'm like not trying to right now because I like a certain thing, and then I get older and I'm just like I don't give a shit anymore. They're like, what is it? Oh damn, they're doing that. It's crazy. I like it. You know, it's kind of you kind of put your guard down a little bit.
Hey, Damien, is your mic working? Mic check.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, nice. Yeah. All right, so not to cut you off, Joel, but
no,
Damien, what's your first band you ever did in any context whatsoever?
Band called Human Remains back in the day.
Not New York Human Remains though.
No.
Oh,
Different.
okay.
So yeah, I had a band called Human Remains back in the day, and then I had a band called Crepitus. That was like, yeah, we did a bunch of shows and shit like that back in early '90s. So we like played fucking Battle of the Bands and all that shit. And
Yeah.
but yeah, fucking, it's pretty happening back in the day.
Fuck yeah.
And then what went after that? Were you ever in Morgue Supplier or no?
No, I think, well, we were, I think we're like maybe writing some stuff together, but I'd never like put out any music with them.
Yeah.
But I do remember like working on material with them, and I recall maybe we played a show. I might have played a show with them back in the day.
And was
yeah,
Tangelos in the picture there?
No, I don't think so. Not with Mark Supplier that I recall. And then shit, what else did I do after that? I think after that, dude, it was just like pretty much got Gorgasm. Got into Gorgasm. I don't recall anything in between that time, like band wise, you know. Yeah.
Who did you meet first out of the band? Like, was it you and sorry, I'm picking my nose. You and Russ that met first, or how did that happen?
No, I met I think Tom Tangelos first, and then I think he already knew Russ from whatever from some years, and then we got Derek Hoffman, and and then we put out a demo, 94 I think, and then 96 we put out the Stab one.
That's awesome. How do you stay in such good shape for, because I feel like you said something about being 50 when we started. So
yeah, dude, I fucking just turned 50.
You're looking pretty good, dude.
Thanks, dude. I fucking try, dude.
So what do you? What's your like? What do you do like daily? What do you eat? What's going on? How do you live this well to look like that at 50?
I just try to eat clean, dude. Fucking, my wife takes good care of me. I try to get into the gym like 3 days a week. Try, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What kind of whiskey do you like? What kind of bourbon do you like?
Man, I don't know. I try different kinds, man. You know.
Yeah.
But I forget what kind this is. My wife bought something new for me to try. Some single barrel stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. I try to keep a balance, man. Fucking, I work 7 days a week, so.
Jesus.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. I'm like fucking. I think I haven't had a day off in like 3 weeks.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, I'm burnt,
this guy's
dude. I'm
fucking.
burnt.
Yeah. All right, we can let's let Damien go. Damien's. Yeah, I got that one. He give us the one eye. He was like doing this.
Been relieved of duty. It's all good.
I don't mean to be. But like I said, like,
oh shit,
like,
no,
it's 5 a.m. catches up with you pretty quick.
Yes, 100% does, dude. 100%, dude.
What's going on?
Damien, thank you for fucking hanging out, dude. We always fucking love you and everything you've done for all the shit that we've gotten into, and you've done like a huge influence for all of us. And get some rest so you could be a little hungover tomorrow, not a lot.
yeah, totally. I love how somehow the like thing in the background looks like it's his hat. But you can't see it like in this view. It looks like it's like a triangle hat on his head. Like, it's the greatest.
Oh, he froze.
Right? I haven't seen that all night.
No, he froze. He's frozen for bed tomorrow, dude.
I know, it's even better though. It's perfect because you can see
kind of like a sombrero.
He's got this like triangle.
That thing on the top. That's what it's New Year's, dude. He's celebrating New Year's.
It's like it's the second today. Oh, I wish,
he's gone.
That was perfect though. That was great.
Yeah.
Damien rips, dude. Love that guy.
Dude, love Damien. That's awesome.
Sasha,
what are you drinking? Like tequila up in
this is
the States?
This is a really nice bottle of tequila. That was a gift. 100% the agave. Addictivo tequila, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Get it, dog. Tequila is like probably the cleanest hard alcohol you could take shots of, right?
I usually don't. I'm not taking shots. I'm just sipping it. It's just a really nice tequila. And I don't like drinking too much. You know, I like to just stick to the clean vodkas and. I
don't like drinking too much.
I like ciders actually. I like ciders.
How often do you drink? Because you're in good shape too, dude. You.
Thanks, bro.
I see you like you play. Do you still play hockey?
Yeah, I play on 2 teams right now.
So okay, actually, here's a question for you. Because I went
pretty
go to a
high
hockey
divs. Like I'm playing against like ex-junior players, and like I have to actually like be able to fucking chase these little fucks around, man. They're fast.
But Damon's coming on to say goodnight.
All right, man.
What's that? We both clicked it.
Oh, yeah. He's
fuck yeah.
What you eating there, brah?
Yeah,
what are you eating?
He's back.
Pierogi?
Okay. His headphones, I think.
Just do the rest of the podcast here is just this.
I'm just eating a piece of bread. Nice. Dude, we were in Europe on tour and he's wasted. He's like, he was just eating bread. He's like, hey man, you want some bread? And I thought it was the fucking funniest shit.
You gotta soak it up. I think Damien, I think you got something, your headphones maybe that were hooked up.
You're super quiet.
Oh, hang on, man.
There it is.
You're better.
You're good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, I recall fucking eating a decoration fucking in Indonesia somewhere. Yeah, we're in some hotel, dude, and I was so hungry. They put out some fucking bread, but it was more like decoration. It was hard as fuck, dude, and I was like, what the fuck, man? It's like, I'm gonna break my fucking teeth on this shit. They're like, sir, you're eating the decoration. I'm like,
it's so good, dude. Oh my
god, that's awesome.
And just stick to bread, bro. You're good.
Bread.
Oh my god. Man, you gotta eat what you can
dude,
get.
we look after our bodies, man. We just eat bread and
sleep deprivation, bread. We just get after it, dude.
Sleep deprivation.
I'm surprised that's not a band name already. Sleep deprivation. That could be like a band name.
Sounds like it should be.
It's too brutal.
Like probably is. A prog band.
No, it's got to be like a stoner band, like a stoner rock band, just like sleep deprivation, just like drony, like.
I'm not interested in listening to it anymore.
The band should be called. The band Sleep should put out an album called Deprivation.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Solved. Solved.
Yeah. Drifting away from us.
You should see. We got these crazy ailments when we were, because you overplay from our instruments. Fucking Tom takes cabbage and puts a bandage and puts cabbage around his fucking arms, and he says like, he's like, dude, you'll never believe. Like, Tom, tell him, talk about the cabbage.
Oh, dude, that's my secret, man.
You can't just give it out like that.
I'm not supposed to tell. Fuck, sorry, dude.
Dude, it whatever it works. It's like grandma's recipe or for whatever, home recipe for pain. But dude, it's like if you take cabbage leaf, smash it up a little bit, if pulled muscle or whatever the case, inflamed muscle, and you put that shit overnight, wrap it up in Band-Aid, and next day you're like nothing happened, man. There's a lot of natural remedies.
But then you got like this third wing growing on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabbage Patch Kid.
No, but
Man,
yeah,
there's a lot of
Maybe that's
like
legit.
a lot of
You, like, wrap your
natural
body in
remedies
cabbage.
out there.
Yeah.
trip, dude. What the fuck?
Cabbage.
So,
I don't know.
I'll try it tomorrow.
Hold on. Cabbage.
That's
Wrapping
insane.
cabbage around like a sore muscle?
I think it's also like
Oh, cabbage around. Yeah, it's all over.
probably
you.
a placebo effect. It's just his mind's so powerful that he's like, cabbage is
I was gonna
Hey,
say
but-
that too, but I didn't want to say
But
that
if it
because
works,
I don't
it
want
works
to.
though.
No,
If it works,
dude.
it works.
I mean,
Like, doesn't
honestly,
matter,
Sasha,
right?
like cabbage is one of the
He has a
healthiest
headband,
things
like-
that we can eat, dude. Like, or
Dude.
Yeah.
next time you have a headache, if you have a cabbage at home, next time you have a headache, dude, put a leaf on, wrap it up, and 15-20 minutes, no sign of it.
So if
Yeah,
we ever
migraines
play a
and shit like
Halloween
that.
show,
And another
if
Dude, another
fuck.
big thing that could take out like instead of like if somebody's suffering from heartburn, cabbage juice, dude. If you cabbage juice for a week, you're good.
It says it does it. It's wrapping cabbage around a sore muscle. Is a
no
traditional remedy
fucking way.
and pain often applied to the compressed cabbage. Anti-inflammatory properties.
You know
is a
what?
poor man's-
If you think about it, oh, go ahead.
No, I don't know
I
how
was
to say
just
this
gonna
word. So
say-
you say this for me. You say this word for me.
Sorry, go ahead, Sasha.
Poultice.
Poultice.
I mean, you feed fucking Eastern European armies have survived off of meat and fucking cabbage for hundreds of years. So
Yeah, there's something
you
to
know,
it.
just for yeah, like
Cabbage, bro.
fermented foods like sauerkraut. That's
Oh,
one of
yeah.
the healthiest things you can have. Like your stomach, your
Sauerkraut,
flora, enzymes for your stomach. That's where cabbage is all about. You know what I'm saying?
It's all
If you have
about
diarrhea, you can just shove it up your ass too. I heard that helps.
I'll probably do that.
More fun
They
that
might
way.
you shit amazing.
Hey,
Dude,
if we
cabbage,
play a
bro.
Halloween show, Tom, you got to get a cabbage like hockey mask made
I think
for Halloween show, like a cabbage hockey mask. You're like just like back there, fucking
I'll do like a Slipknot cabbage mask, dude.
yeah.
Slipknot, yeah. That's a cool mouth.
Cabbage,
Corey,
not just a
Corey
cabbage.
mask, dude.
no. There you go.
Yeah, that's basically what Corey was wearing the whole time, right? It's like fucking cabbage
Yeah,
on his
when-
face.
You gotta wear that.
When-
You gotta wear that mask the whole tour.
Dude, when disembodied goes
Can
to
you
the
imagine the
mosh
smell?
circle pit part, we're like, jump the fuck up. We go all like fucking Soulfly or fucking Sepultura, jump the
You
fuck
got
up.
fucking flies fucking hanging around.
This the crazy thing is
Flies are
probably like
Just keep the same piece of cabbage, just like fucking it's rotting.
yeah.
I've toured with black metal bands that they
It's like
stink.
maybe
You
you
know,
should put that on your face.
No,
I think we when
Be
we
like,
were in,
shut up, man. It's good for you.
when we were in
That's
Texas,
all we get, dude.
when we were in Texas, you wrapped your arm with cabbage, and I think we found the cabbage wrap like the next morning.
Yeah, we did.
And we were
Did
like,
you?
He's got a secret weapon. We're all making fun of it. You guys, no one's ever tried it here. So he's got a secret weapon
Yeah.
that's been proven by the internet.
Shit,
dude.
dude. If it
Which-
works, I'd
but still,
He
though,
was
that's
adding
that's
this
old
shit.
school shit.
I
We're
love
like-
how any
Tom was like, we got to
Anyone-
stop by the pharmacy, and he went inside the pharmacy and came out with cabbage.
but he walked out with a man on a mission. He's like, yes, this is what we can leave now. We can leave.
He's like,
I'm
oh,
what
I
the
like,
fuck
I
is
thought it
happening
handled.
here?
yeah. What? Dude, that's insane.
Just comes
No
out with
perspective.
cabbage.
For any Gorgasm fans that are 3 hours into this podcast, the answer is cabbage. You
We
want
fucking
to
cabbage.
be in Gorgasm, you got to get down with the fucking cabbage, man. Fucking
Dude, you got to throw a cabbage related
smoking
song.
the cabbage
Man.
and fucking eat. You know?
Cabbage is sick, man.
Well, eating it's good too. You know, not just putting it on you.
Makes me
right? Like,
fart. Shit,
Oh yeah, totally.
makes you fart.
Fermented parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fart. Cabbage makes
A
you
lot,
fart.
a lot of greens can do that, right? A lot
They're out of
fibers.
shit one whole time.
Ferment. That's a killer song name. Ferment the cabbage.
Ferment the cabbage.
That's actually
Wow.
that would be
You're like, what does
no.
that
That's
mean?
actually a good song name for my other band. I jam in another band called Annihilation Principle, and we have quite like different than song names. One, there's dismembering the cactus. Cactus is pretty cool too, man. So yeah, these guys will like the cabbage thing.
I'm familiar with cactuses for sure.
Lesbian cabbage orgy.
We should just start selling
rolls,
cabbage.
Like cabbage has been a thing in so many different cultures forever. There's something to it. I'm just saying.
Dude, we'll have our merch table. We'll have soap, coffee, and cabbage and
cabbage flavored.
What else do you need?
You're gonna need soaps to wash that cabbage off later.
Yeah, totally.
That's our slogan. That's our soap slogan.
That's how you sell the soap, dude. You first sold the cabbage and then you sold the soap afterwards.
Dude, the soap ads are so great, dude. I was just like, I saw those, I was like, oh my god. I'd seen those before, but like I was just like, oh dude, like the one with the Christmas tree behind it. I was like, dude, this is so hilarious. Like, and it looks amazing. Like
lesbian cabbage.
Oh yeah, totally. But
we're playing Milwaukee Metal Fest, and we only get one merch item, so we just bring just a bunch of cabbage.
Yeah.
Cabbage with saran wrap, just saran wrap your fans, like all your fans. Like, dude, you get anywhere to buy the cabbage. You're gonna be here.
Oh my god!
And just whatever Tom, whatever Tom uses on his wrist, we'll sell that as like an exclusive one-off, like $500 for personal cabbage wraps.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude,
cabbage,
that's it right there. Dude, you put the logo on the outside.
Cabbage wrist wrap.
Yeah, we'll just draw the logo.
Yeah,
wrist wraps. Yeah, dude. Cabbage sweatbands, man. Hell yeah,
dude, that's the way to go.
Every show you get, I mean, they don't last forever. You got to get another one. Next show, you got another one. It's like, you know, it's a good marketing plan.
Yeah, like Van Halen wanted the brown M&Ms.
Cabbage list,
dude. Off of that's good business, man. You can sell them afterwards. Just get like 3 cabbage heads, man. I mean, each leaf as a sweatband, or that's big money there, man.
Yeah, it's temporary.
There's at least like 30 leaves in one of them things.
I mean, what this is the new way to fucking make money on the road, dude. Sell like things that are perishable.
Just it works well with hot dogs. You put cabbage on them, fermented.
I get a hot dog. Wrap a hot dog in cabbage.
You could do sauerkraut on the hot dog. Yeah.
I've never been into that. I don't know why.
I could see that.
I'm down with that.
Ultimate brutality.
Some mustard on there. It's super sour and weird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, cabbage.
Cabbage.
We're down in a cabbage bowl.
That's all we got going for us right now. It's cabbage.
Actually, we haven't even talked about real quick. We have to talk about fucking Sasha's fucking Alice in Chains cover band. His Alice in Chains cover band that I.
Oh, the Alice. Yeah, I was wondering about that too, dude.
We have the same guitar. We have the same PRS guitar. I've got mine back here.
Tight.
Yeah,
the same.
So
it's the same.
I'll get the guitar I use. Let me grab that quick. I'll show you.
I have to grab it. You froze for a second.
Dude, I got these a couple students I teach on the side, and they're learning some Alice in Chains, like that song "It Ain't Like That." And then I like thought of Sasha and his band. I was like, oh, dude, he like covers that shit like legit. I wonder how he plays it.
You got the Sunburst one.
Same guitar Joel has actually, but I bought
the PRS,
this.
Yeah.
Not thinking I would, you go into a guitar shop and you never think you're gonna buy something, and you just play something. You're like, oh, this plays great, and then you're like, holy fuck, and then you keep playing, and you're like, wow, this guitar is like a cheat code. So this is the guitar I use for Them Bones, which is Alice in Chains cover band I do, and I'm Jerry Cantrell. I do all the all the guitars and then the vocals, and I've always wanted to do a non-metal band, but you're like, well, how do you get into singing, right? And I have no experience singing in front of people, so it was the perfect opportunity to be like, oh, this is something I'd actually want to cover, because cover bands are fucking, they're so weird. Like, you never thought you'd do a cover band, but
Sounds fun.
Alice in Chains is Alice in Chains is a big reason why I'm into death metal. Is the Dirt was such a big album for me, and so yeah, we do local shows, and Alice in Chains is a big band for me, so that's pretty much it.
Videos, man, you guys sound great. It's dope. All right.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, dude, fucking awesome.
We're not like doing heroin yet, but if we want to get to that next level, we might have to put down the cabbage and pick up some heroin.
Too soon. Yeah. There's only like 30, 90.
Terrible joke.
Sorry. Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, man.
Rebase fentanyl.
Yeah, just go to fly down to San Francisco. We'll just give you methadone for free and then pay for your place to stay. It's fine. Anyways, that got political. But so what's your favorite color?
So yeah, Alice in Chains is great.
My desk is rising.
No, it's cool. I mean, we all like all types of music, so
exactly.
This is just another thing to do, and
I mean, like I said, man, I think it's badass. Like people who play our kind of style of music, like being influenced by things that are not like, it's like, obviously we all love Suffocation and we all love Morbid or whatever, it's like, but it's like, oh, you're into this. And yeah, it's like, where sometimes that's not always the case. Like hang with people and it's like, oh, like fuck, like when I was talking to Dennis and those guys, I was like, oh, the retro dudes. And I was like, oh, do you like grunge at all and rock? And they were just like, fuck no,
fuck yeah.
And I was all like, oh, really? Like, okay, like so it's like I don't know. So some
different culture though. If you're from Sweden, you're not
like, I understand that.
That's true.
You're not like gonna break my rusty cage. You're like Jürgen Bergen for Jürgen, whatever the hell they talk in Sweden. How do you say cabbage in Sweden? Kurban. I don't know. Whatever. Kabaj.
Kabaj.
Like you like grunge? Fuck no. Pass the kabaj.
I was like, oh, I guess this sucks. I forgot. I didn't really know.
Is that funny when you talk?
I don't like it either.
No, it's fine. No, it's like it's just different culturally. There's certain bands that we would like. They were all about probably. They played for us. Be like, you guys are into that? Like, what was up? What's going on back there? It's like same thing. It's like culturally, like the grunge thing. We were kids, like that kind of like hit us. And obviously, Alice in Chains is the best grunge band. If I have to, is anyone gonna fight me on that? Or Soundgarden maybe could fight you a little bit on that because the open tunings and weird timings and like
depends on what you're going for. But overall, I would say, like, I mean, especially if you're a metal dude, and like overall, like Alice in Chains is the greatest. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like Nirvana is like, I mean, they're like
Stone Temple Pilots. Stone Temple Pilots actually were doing like drop or like down tuned. Like heavy shit, like in the early 90s too. That's pretty cool.
And there was the Chicago, like Pumpkins and shit, right? Like, and there was all that.
Chicago
Damien, were you into any of the 90s grunge rock stuff or alternative rock?
Definitely not the Pumpkins. Never liked it.
Gotcha.
It was never my flavor.
Yeah.
Mainly it's the vocals, dude. I hated it.
What do you mean?
He's a bad vocalist.
It was just the worst for me.
He's the Dave Mustaine of 90s rock, dude. Like,
yeah, but all the other aforementioned stuff, like Soundgarden and Alice in Chains, obviously, I like my share of it. Not all of it, you know what I mean? There's like stuff that I obviously like skipped through, but a lot of their stuff was cool. Nirvana, maybe like the one album, but that's about it.
It says, okay, so that's actually a good point. You say you skip through things because I feel like for me, like with every band that I've ever mentioned, there's certain songs I don't like. There's certain albums, there's certain characteristics of like Soundgarden. Yeah. I don't like Rusty Cage. I like more their like darker shit. I like
some
more of their
that popular stuff is the stuff I didn't really like, and the stuff that didn't play. That's the stuff that I was more gravitated towards.
Totally,
but
totally.
It is like that,
Joel, you got your guitar.
The very first Soundgarden's very first album was really good.
Oh yeah, that first, yeah. Yeah, Soundgarden was sick, dude. Yeah,
I always thought that Bad Motor Finger and Dirt were like the heaviest rock could get without being metal. Like to me, those aren't metal.
Right.
It's just hard rock, like
super
fucking crazy.
Yeah. Core from Stone Temple Pilots.
I never saw them as metal personally, but
Core Stone Temple Pilots is like that. It's like it's like there's like chunks and there's like heaviness in core that are like not even. It's like it's like
it's
like fucking
groovy though. You know.
Yeah. To me, it's like it's just a different like for if you're looking for heavy, I would say Core.
It's also the production.
Yeah,
the way that the production was done, and like that
and the heroin was way better.
Yeah. Okay. The kick drum in STP is like hard to. It's like that's a crazy kick drum sound. You know, it's like it's kind of Black Album influenced and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like, but still, I think Alice in Chains is the heaviest. Like, overall, Soundgarden did it too, but like Alice in Chains was
those vocals. Jesus Christ,
and also the vibe was way darker. But yeah, anyways, but. Yeah, it's just a rant. We're going off in 90s rock shit. But Limp Bizkit was pretty sick, though, after that.
Well, actually, no, speaking of Limp Bizkit, actually, this is terrible to say, but so I always like, I'm born in 84, new metal hit me in high school. It's like normal thing that goes on. And then, like, I was out before Linkin Park showed up. And then I was always like, Linkin Park's the worst. I never want to hear that stuff ever. And then this is terrible. And then he killed himself, and I was like, oh shit! All of the songs are actually, he actually had pain. Like, oh shit! I went back and listened to him. Like, okay, now I can feel what you were doing at the time, and it wasn't like bullshit to sell records, which I thought it was. But like going to listen back on it, I'm like, oh shit! You actually had some shit going on, which made it. As I got older, not caring about vocals and stuff, not like I'm like, oh shit, they're singing clean and doing all stuff like, oh shit, like you actually had like you were on your, dealing with shit that was pretty intense. So that's when I was like, all right, well, I'll listen to you now. Like I'll listen to the songs, and that's terrible. I know, it's like I said, I prefaced it with it was terrible, but like now it's like actual pain. All right, now I'll give you.
Dude, when Cornell passed away, like I revisited his music right away, and I was like, "Wow, this is way like it fucked with me." I was like, "This is way darker." And like you can say Chains is really dark, but early '90s Soundgarden they had a lot of drug problems too. It's just they kind of cleaned it up a bit, whereas they could have easily gone down that lane path as well. Because I mean, it's in the music; it's all there. And
dude, it's totally 100%, dude.
I think like Chains is like Dirt is still darker, but Bad Motor Finger is that's a trip.
Yeah,
too. So
yeah,
and they were like a little earlier too, right? Like it was like with Soundgarden was like
I think they were. Yeah.
Chains was early, and then of course like Mother Love Bone and stuff. But it's like, and respect to them, and that sucks that dude. What happened to that guy, but like. I don't know. I feel like even hearing their music and stuff, like I was like, yeah, dude, like Soundgarden, that whole thing, like of course the Chains and stuff. But yeah, it still has that heavy kind of sound. I don't know, but some people don't really. I mean, grunge doesn't have to have that. I don't know, but it's like interesting thinking of like different forms of heavy stuff. It's like like heavy punk shit or heavy thrash shit or heavy grunge shit or like whatever. Like
grunge was kind of black metal. On the whole scene because it was like all like heroin and like it kind of like had like a darker outlook on a lot of other pop music.
Out of that open board kind of
yeah.
No, I get what you're saying.
It's
point, to me, I think it's just. The most important thing is just as long as it strikes a nerve, whether I mean, it doesn't have to be obviously blast beats going on or a type of fucking sound, but it's just like I think the notes and as long as it strikes a nerve, the combination of notes and can be anything, man.
Yeah, no, totally.
What do you guys think about industrial shit?
Go ahead.
Like industrial, like just in general.
I can dig it, dude. I listen to like variety of like everything.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty ADD with music, honestly. Go from
Dude,
like one.
this is a cool story. So when I first flew out to Damien to work on shit, and I auditioned, got it, but I came back like a month or two later to really iron out the kinks and shit. And I didn't notice, but he had a tattoo of Strappy Young Lad. And I'm like, wow, that was a huge band for me. And like, so you mentioned industrial, like they're not an industrial band, but if you listen to City, like there's a lot of industrial shit there too, right? From kind of like the Fear Factory era. I was never into Fear Factory, but I just Strappy
I think
definitely had a bit of an industrial thing.
I think like when I heard that band for the first time, I've seen them a lot. I think before I even heard the album, and it was more like that impact, when you see a band and it kind of like it just like I said, struck a nerve and it stuck.
Yeah, and
it was different than anything I've heard before. And in live, it was just so fucking intense, dude. I was just like, oh, it was different, it was catchy, and I don't know, it was just like that era in my life, but it was different than like the brutal shit, So
So my theory is all of that shit influences the brutal shit.
Yeah, of course.
And that's like what it's like. I can hear like, I mean, this is gonna sound really dorky. It's like an analogy. I'm not being literal, but like, dude, like I can hear Alice in Chains in like Suffocation, Pearson Within or something. Like I can hear like, I don't know if that makes any sense at all, but like I can hear this like other spirit and certain and dude, in Bleeding Profusely for sure. Like there's certain albums that, or maybe something even darker, like I don't know, but like there's like a spirit or like a fucking energy in these albums. It's like, how the fuck, like I don't know, and all albums have that to some degree, but like I don't know, I'm just saying, man, like it's like when you watch an old movie and you're just like, dude, Terminator 2 or some shit, like it's like it has like this like a void around it, and like albums feel that way to me too, dude. I don't know, like I don't know.
Well, look at Pierce from Within, track 5. I always forget the name, but it has that acoustic intro, that that's kind of like Alice in Chains, because then it sets up for the big part.
Exactly, dude.
And to me, it doesn't sound like Alice in Chains, but the one thing that grunge has that a lot of music doesn't have with what we do is they have light shit. So the heavier shit gets heavier because they go to light. The limitation is what Alex Webster says.
Their dynamics.
Yeah, and Alex Webster says, he's like, the limitation of death metal is that it has to be brutal. And that's kind of like the encompassing attributes. What makes it great for us is those things, but it's also limiting. And you can have those little glimpses or whatever, but, obviously we don't want clean vocals and, lots of other shit. But it's like, it's interesting how what creates it and makes it great also limits it. But you don't want to have the goofy shit in death metal, in my opinion. But some people do, and then they have a female singer and all this weird shit.
It's going to get goofy. It's going to get goofy. As time goes on, people are going to be like, all right, we need to change this. We need to make it this. We need to make it that. It's like, that's how a lot of music goes.
But you add like cookies or whatever, that whole thing, but like any kind of like just when you add melody in any way, like to something, or a guitar solo, that's what we need in death metal. Like it's like clean singing is like a different form of that, but like a lot of times it doesn't come off. I'm not going to talk shit on who does it, but it's not like my style. And like there's a lot of bands that are really good at their Opeth and stuff, and it's all good. But yeah, like, dude, shredding solos, like melodic guitar parts, or even like, dude, Blood Incantation with like keyboard shit and stuff. Like, dude, like whatever like expands the horizon. It's just you just might choose that sounds cheesy to me, or that sounds cool. But in traditional, like just badass death metal, which Gorgasm has always been super good at, is sick solos and like the sick riffs that like are melodic and badass, but also just so brutal. Like you guys have always done that. Like,
imagine Gorgasm with clean singing. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, it's all good. Yeah. Sasha just was like, hey.
Yeah. Disney videos for us.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lesbian school orgy as a cookie. That's a cookie. That's a cookie.
Yeah.
that riff, and I mean, what Spawn of Possession calls cookies is like the part in Hidden in Flesh where it goes into kind of a melodic part. And Lesbian Stool Orgy, that's exactly that's the song where I was like, what the fuck is this man all about? I heard Gorgasm and heard Lesbian Stool Orgy and was like, what the this is like the best. This is the best little stanza out of like a brutal part that I've ever heard in my life. And I want, because sometimes you listen to so much brutal music that you kind of get like desensitized, like what's more brutal, and you kind of like you lose kind of like the musicality of things. And for you guys to throw that in Lesbian Stool Orgy, and they have a couple other songs that have that too, that like kind of like bring you in and out, like, all right, oh, you're brutal, oh shit, like here we're now on a little journey in the middle of the brutality, and then it brings you back to brutal at the end. And I'm like, that's fucking amazing. That's like exactly what I like. As far as like music to me, it's like I want to be like fucking badass, bring me into a little journey, bring me back, like fucking kick me in the ass.
I mean, I that's just shit that I kind of want to hear from other bands too. You know what I mean?
100%.
So that's kind of what I try to write. I mean, we all try to write that kind of stuff. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
Okay.
And then like, oh man, and it's musical stuff kind of sticks with you. You know what I mean? Whether you like it or not, kind of fucking.
Yeah.
I think the thing I've seen online is a lot of bands are just trying to be brutal, but it's like, can you hum a hook or a riff in one of the songs where you're like, oh wow, like I want to hear that again. It's like they got the brutal part down pat, but like that memorable quality is why we all return to all our classic, 90s, early 2000 bands, is because they had that perfect mix of brutality, but the brutality was just part of the equation. It wasn't just like, hey, or it's like modern day technical stuff. Like they're just trying to be technical, and it's like, well, cool. Like where's like the real like life-changing idea where everyone's like, wow, like it's undeniable. Everyone can see it, right? That's what's kind of missing in certain bands.
But again,
not that we have it and they don't. It's more like they just need to kind of do their thing, right? Yeah.
But again, everything is subjective, so that's all up to
100%.
the listener. And this is just stuff that we like to hear. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
And that's what we try to replicate. But yeah, everybody's got their flavors.
I think the best music comes out with people that make music of what they like, and then people catch on to it. Not like people trying to make music of what they think other people are gonna like.
That's just a bonus.
Yeah, because that's soul, isn't that soul? That soul is like you playing what you want to play, and then being like, all right, people like it too, and then like, look, this breakdown will be heavier, like a knocked loose thing, and you're like, all right, well, kids are going to be down with it, but like, is that really your expression of yourself? Is that, or are you just trying to get a mosh pit going or something?
Exactly.
I think it's more like make the music or whatever it is, and then like if it goes where it goes or it has whatever, that's great, but it's like being true to like, this is what we want to play and stuff. And like obviously with death metal or like core, all the different cores, metalcore, deathcore, it's like it's easy for us to be like, oh, if I do this, it'll make money. Like I can get more like fans and all this. But I think like going back to a band like
a lot of people though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's like, but like, why? Like, but why are you trying to survive doing that? Like, it's like, I don't know. Like I feel
they
like
don't want to do their jobs. They just want to. Like,
yeah, exactly. But that doesn't like impress me though. It's like
no, it doesn't impress me. Yeah, no, 100%.
So I think that what I'm trying to say is like go back to rock and roll, like Black Sabbath, for example. Like Black Sabbath like got a lot of bad reviews on their albums, like coming out like back in the time. And they're just like, yeah, but we're just gonna we're just gonna do what we do. Like and then they got huge and they just were themselves. Like I don't know. So like just be you, dude. Like it's like, and I don't know. Like if that's what I love about bands that just write shit that just sounds like the band. It's like, yes, it's fucking rips, dude. Like you're not trying to like get big and like it's like fuck all that. I mean, if you get big off of it, that's great. But you should like, or it's like making a sick movie that's like it gets big and
it turns
cool.
into a weird thing though, dude. It turns into a weird thing where like bands that are like super technical and like proficient and stuff, that they see these bands that are doing like nothing and they're humongous and they're like, and then they're playing like, you know, a set and like the crowd's kind of just like arms crossed, and they see a band play like nine, like it's like dun, 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 you know, it's like very simple, like, the whole time playing simple stuff, and then there you have the crowd going crazy. And then just everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Like, you know, it makes I can see where the resentment comes in.
There's a huge element to something I realized recently, is that people want to enjoy being at a show, and a lot of this music, you know, you'll play and be like, "Oh wow, that was masterful!" Like 16th note, 32nd note run, but like, can you mosh to that? Like, some people just like, it's like dying fetus. They realized early on that you play these breaks and then everyone gets into it, and then within a short notice everyone's freaking out. It's like, that's a good formula. And, you know, it's like, I love Hate Eternal and nothing bad about them, but you see them live and they're just blasting, or, you know, Origin, they're blasting the whole thing. It's like, well, yeah. And then later albums, they went back to different dynamics, because there's a time and place where you could blast the whole fucking set, but the whole place, like the roof is going off, like everyone's going moshing crazy. But that was a different era then. And then, you know, different bands have to try different stuff out. And, you know, people want to move at shows. And I think, you know, those that write music that gets people moshing, you know, people want to see that because they love sick crowds and stuff. And
that's what I'm tripping on.
Other bands doesn't go as well.
I saw Knocked Loose at a small little venue a year and a half ago, and I left. I was like, this is not, I'm too old for this. So I was like, I get what they're doing, but I'm too old for. And now they're like on Jimmy Kimmel, and like they're like humongous. Like they're like opening for or they're like right before Slipknot now, and all these like but they made the crowd pleasing music that, like, you know, that people that aren't musicians will grasp onto, and people that don't understand.
Gojira, within 1 year, then they start opening up for Metallica, and everyone's like, who is this band? It's like, well, if you see them live, that's why you can see they're a big fucking deal. It's because they have that it factor, and they get people 100%. Really going, right? So
for sure,
they do. They got like the kind of like the simplest parts and the heaviest parts of Morbid Angel mixed with like some like just like they're influenced by all that stuff too. So that's why I like them a lot, because I'm like, you guys are influenced by all the old school death metal. You guys are actually like taking advantage of like being influenced by these bands, and you guys are doing it like for the Olympics. You know, it's like, all right, that's cool. Like I have to. But
I feel like
give it the cap a little bit.
I feel like they're playing like what they want to play too. You know, like they're not just playing like, oh, this will be big. Like, I mean, maybe like, but not really. Like, I feel like mostly it's like, that's what they want to play. Like, that's their shit. Like, it's like, it's organic, you know, and it just happens to be big, you know, it's like, it happens to work, you know.
That's why we really want the Morgan Freeman narratives to like show people how much that's what we want to hear in the band. Exactly. And, you know,
he's right, you know.
Dude, we would be talking about ideas, and Damien would be like, "Oh yeah, there's like a cool section, you know, for solos and whale sounds." And then so we just have like, and then I sent back a solo. One of my early solo ideas, I did these like dive bombs. I pitch shifted them to sound like whales. It's like, and they're all laughing, but I'm like, I actually want to leave it in there. Like, can we leave? They're like, no, bro. Fuck.
So I'm still laughing.
That's great. That'd be sick.
It's good. I love it. Fucking Danny's like, I don't know, bro. What's going on?
Whales on the length.
Whale sounds, dude. Well, yeah.
He's like, I'm trying to make male sounds. Anyways. But
seagulls, man.
Yeah.
Damien can do seagull sound.
Dude, yeah, seagull.
Here's some seagulls.
That's what that. What was that band I was just talking about? That big band that sounds like Mickey Mouse. What's the band? I was just talking about that band. They're humongous. What are they called?
Knock Loose.
Knock Loose. He sounds like Mickey. He sounds like Mickey Mouse. Like, all right, guys, let's go. I'm like, and the crowd's going nuts. I'm like, okay, is this like a Mickey Mouse raised fan base or something? Because it sounds exactly like Mickey Mouse to me. Like I cannot get that out of my head. Like, and and he sits there and he's like this little tiny guy. He's like, all right, let's go. And like the crowd goes bananas. And I'm like, all right, different generations. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna be like, fuck, what the fuck is going on? But I just don't understand. I'm like, yeah, it's heavy. Yeah, exactly. It's like every generation has a thing. This is the next one. Like, I'm not supposed to like it because it's too. But I'm trying. I mean, it's like cool. The riffs are a little heavy. They're like very basic riffs. Like I don't understand why this band's so huge. But the singer sounds like Mickey Mouse. Is my whole conspiracy and why they're big. That's like I swear to God.
I recognize that. Yeah.
Now I want to check them out because of the Mickey Mouse.
I know. I do too, dude. Yeah.
Well, go check out like they just played like they're winning Grammys and shit now, dude. Like it's insane, dude. You have no idea. They're like way too big for that. I'm like, what? Or way too weird for that. I'm like, that's the band that took, all right? Because usually if Metallica releases an album, they win all the Grammys for that cycle. Like, no, it's like, all right, so heavy rock or metal, all right, we just give it to Metallica. All right, and like I see that like every time Metallica releases something, they're like, oh yeah, it's definitely the best album for metal. They're like, they don't even try. They're just like, it's Metallica now, like whatever, we'll just give it to them. But like Knock Loose is like coming through, like I'm like, God, come on guys. And like that's I don't know. It's just the next thing. I don't know. It's just I don't understand. It's exactly. It's the same thing. I've turned into like my parents, my grandparents. I'm just like my grandparents met at they met at the Grand Ole Opry playing like country music together. Like they were like musicians and stuff growing up, and like it's like I wasn't into that when I was a kid. And I'm like I'm more respected now. I'm older and like understanding all the cool country musicians and stuff and a different style of music, and I'm sure when they heard us like Elvis, they were like, Jesus Christ, this is fucking lunacy. Elvis is great, and then it just goes like it keeps going, and I'm the guy, the new, just going like, what the fuck is this like Mickey Mouse music? What the fuck, I'm doing the same thing. So it just turns into like it's just generations that just kind of change, and I'm not flowing with it, and it's fine. It's totally fine.
You don't have to.
Exactly. Doesn't matter.
There's so much out there.
Exactly.
Like,
so much cool music coming out, whether it's going to be, Mickey Mouse Grammys or not. I'm just kidding, right?
or new Gorgasm, and we're looking forward to that.
We're going to have the album.
In the works, guys.
Yeah.
I know we're still writing, but we're trying to have it within a year or so. Damien's like, oh yeah, we'll probably have it done in a year. I'm like, well. It's a lot of work to be done, but
it's a lot of work. I think music wise, it's going to happen real quick. I mean, like the other factors is like we want the vocals and the lyrics and all that stuff to be just as fierce, So, I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be the more challenging part. Is making that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Nice.
Pretty
fuck yeah, dude. We cannot fucking wait.
Yes.
Cannot fucking wait.
We're ready, dude.
And shout out to Steph of Continental for taking us on because we're on Continental bookings in North America, and he booked Gorgasm in like 2003 in Quebec or Montreal. So shout out to Steph. And we're playing Milwaukee, Maryland. Shout out to Daniel for Bogota. Anyone in South America, get your ass to fucking Bogota. This will be a sick ass show, and I think that's May 5th.
Well, Colombia is May 3rd.
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Then we're playing Milwaukee May 16th through the 18th. We play on the 17th. And then following weekend, we're playing Maryland Death Fest. And then we have
headlining Soundstage Maryland Death Fest. I think it's I forget the date, but I think it's is it Friday?
I think it is Friday.
I think it is Friday. We're headlining, so shout out to the fans. We're already talking to a bunch of good friends of ours that are already going to Maryland, and stoked to run into you guys. Right. The goal is to play a new song for those couple shows, so we gotta get that all done and get the lyrics and vocals worked out. But
we're also doing that piece in August in Germany.
Germany, fuck yeah. Which I feel like Tom has worked for us, or not worked for us. Worked with Cryptopsy. I'm still I'm in denial about that. You weren't the guy working with Brovar. I swear to God, it was you. I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's a doppelganger named Tomasz that was the part of the Polish road crew that we drank vodka with every night, and he looks very similar to you. And his name was Tomasz. So you can keep hiding. It's fine.
Maybe I have a twin out there.
Are you sure it wasn't Tomasz from fuck man? What's that booking agency?
Joel needs to go to bed. Put him to bed.
I do. What booking agency?
I'm trying to think of this booking agency that there was a Tomasz, but he was part of the road crew. Anyways, not important.
So common Polish names, supposedly.
Every night they would drink vodka in a circle, and I would go hang out with them and just fucking rage with them.
Yeah, so I know who you're talking about, but I don't think.
Oh, okay.
There was you're thinking of
He's a drum tech.
Vasek was the drum tech.
Vasek sounds familiar.
Vasek. And then
Casey was the drummer. I don't know why he doesn't remember.
Kuba was the guitar tech.
The reason is because your story doesn't make any sense, dude.
Do you recall?
You don't remember?
I'm sorry.
Don't remember that tour in Germany or in Europe then?
No, I'm just saying. But you're saying that he already told you.
Hey, Joel.
Yeah.
Joel.
Yeah.
Damien's asking if guitar tech was Kuva.
Oh, that's
no.
Kuva.
No, we had remember who's the guy that? Anyways, we had a boxer guy that we get in a boxing match with, and he fucked you up.
Oh, that was dude. Oh, what was his name?
Okay. There was these tough fucking Polish motherfuckers, dude.
They do a lot of tours with Vader and stuff like that.
Behemoth was their main band.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we ended up meeting up with Behemoth, and then they were doing both of us. But yeah, god damn it. Anyways, you look a lot like him, Tom, and I've seen you post. I follow you on Facebook and stuff, and I see you post stuff. I'm like, yeah, we've toured together in Europe. I've thought this for years.
The doppelganger.
No,
thought it was you this whole time.
Be my twin brother. No, but it wasn't me, bro.
Well, fuck yeah.
Joel's insistent.
No,
I'm not insistent. I'm just it's it's been years that I thought this, but anyways, it's fine.
I think we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon, there, guys. We're getting pretty late for the guys out east.
I think we're gonna put Joel to bed, and I think that was it.
Any endorsement name drops? Damien and I have Druskowski custom guitars being made right now.
Oh, nice.
Not at Circuit City. Fuck. We're going through a guy out of UK and super one-of-a-kind custom guitars. We're excited with that. And then we got endorsed by Sophia Bridges, which are these state-of-the-art trem fucking... You're gonna
what do the bridges look like? I'm a gear nerd.
I have. I'll show you real quick.
Is it a neck or is it like a...
If you look on their Instagram, I think there's a post about it, Joel.
Well, now he's gone, so he has to do it, or else we're just gonna leave him hanging.
This cool picture on it.
Hey, I'm gonna peace out, guys. I got
dude.
Take the dog out
real
quick. Winding.
Sure.
Love you guys. Thank you for having all of us on here.
Hell yeah, bro.
Fuck
much
dude.
love, dude. Thanks for coming on, dude.
Awesome,
always good to see you. Hell yeah, dude.
Good shit, dude.
Rock and roll.
Fucking enjoy the new year, man, and we'll be
too.
Happy New Year, you guys. Cheers.
Wrap it up. Love you guys.
Happy New Year, guys. Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
Yeah.